All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out every week to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom called America, also known as Babylon in the scriptures. All right, also to announce the salvation of the elect of Israel, the children of Israel, and the return of our King, Mashiach, Yahushai. All right, so first we want to give praises to the Most High and His Son. In the Paleo Hebrew, Lashon Kodash. All right, we on? It's on? We on there? Okay. We want to pray, we want to say, Call, Halayah, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Nagwatim, the children that believe in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. Yeah, it's like something below zero, something tonight today, right? It's like, nah, it ain't that bad.
High 30s?
Yeah, it's like high 30s, man. It ain't that bad. It's like up north. All right, so yeah, man, let's try to get through this lesson. We're going to do a breakdown on Revelations chapter 9. So we try to run through the whole book of Revelation. All right, and do some edification on it. What's that scripture say? Let all things be done for edification. Anybody know what that's at? Take your time, though. Now let's start off with 2 Ezra 15, verse 1. Yeah.
All right. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
See that? So that's what we're speaking into the ears of our people. Who is that? The children of Israel. All right? The children of Israel. He says, speak in their ears the words of prophecy. So we're going to go into some prophecy of how the scriptures prophesy World War III upon this earth. All right? And World War I, World War II, and World War III. So let's get straight into it without further ado. What was the other precept? You got it? Edification? Oh, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, whoever got
It's
it.
1 Corinthians 14 and 26.
Yep.
How is it then, brethren, when ye come together, every one of you have a psalm, have a doctrine, have a tongue, have a revelation, have an interpretation.
Right.
Let all things be done unto edifying.
Right. And the word edify means to what? To build up. All right. What he said that we all teach the same thing. Anybody know what it is? All right. So the word edify means to what? To build up. All right. And we build up by what? By Revelation 1 and 3. Okay, we build ourselves up by eating the whole roll and then going out there and teaching our people. All right, and the words build you up. The words make you strong, just like milk would do, just like food or protein would do. It build up your spirit. Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
That's right, man. So we got to keep those things that are written in these scriptures because the time is at hand. What time? The time of salvation, the time of judgment, the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, the time where our faith is going to be tested to the highest level, just like Yahushai's faith was tested. All right. So, anybody got another precept?
I got the same thing.
What's that?
You lost the same thing.
Yeah, come on.
This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 10. It says, now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, that ye all speak the same thing.
All right.
And that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment.
All right, so it's all about the same, having the same mind and the same judgment. And we know that by what? by prophesying. All right, you judge a tree by the fruit that it bears. Okay, so let's get into it, man. World War I, World War II, and World War III in the Holy King James Bible. All right, let's get it. Revelation chapter 9. All right, because it prophesies about the downfall of this wicked place and about it being destroyed. But you got Esau, the Caucasian race. They always think that this whole earth is going to end. Yep, they always believe that the world is going to end. You see all these movies they have, you know, about the earth being exploding and them going to another planet and causing more wickedness on another earth, on another planet. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or thousands of years later, they like living on some Star Trek type of vibe, living on spaceships. Man, listen. You know, let's get it, yo.
This is Revelations chapter 9, verse 1.
Yep.
And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star from heaven, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Right, so now, who was that? That's talking about who? Kaiser Wilhelm. All right? Over there in the bottomless pit. All right, and the one that has the key is who? Yahushua. All right? But that, let's say the angel of the bottomless pit, that bottomless pit represents Europe. Okay, that's Europe. That was known as the bottomless pit, a place of wickedness, a place of low-level minded heathens. All right, and lack of resources. All right, it's called the bottomless pit over there in Europe. Now, all right. So now we're gonna see who this angel is. Let's go down a few verses on the backside. Yeah, that's the angel. Cause you got Yahushua. You can't. He controls everything, and he gave Esau the key to start World War I. Okay. What's that? Giving him the sword.
You want to get that?
Revelation 6:63. Yeah, let's get that too.
All right. This is Revelation 9 and 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit.
There you go. So you want to know who the angel of the bottomless pit is, meaning the messenger of death. All right. That guy's name was Kaiser Wilhelm. All right. He was known as the last Kaiser, the guy that destroyed Europe. I was talking about on the lesson prior. Go ahead, brother.
Whose name in the Hebrew tongue was Abaddon.
Yep, Abaddon. Yep.
Abaddon. But in the Greek tongue, has his name Apollyon.
Right, so they call him the destroyer because he was known as the Edomite or the last Kaiser that destroyed Germany. All right, he brought war on his own self through his own greed and chasing after power. All right, that covetous spirit brought him into his own demise. Okay, so let's get into that a little bit more. Revelation 1, chapter 9.
All right. Revelation 9 and 1.
Yep.
And the fifth angel sounded, and a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Yep.
And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the in the air?
In the air.
And the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit.
Right, so what's that? Let's talk about a war. All right, what happens when a missile start dropping and people start getting shot? You know, from with cannons and shit. That was talking about all the smoke. You know, it was basically talking about war. All right, you had World War I. That was when World War I is basically the accumulation and the buildup of their technology for war. Because before World War I, they were still, shooting with the damn, what you call it? You load it up? The muskets. And then they went from that to flying planes, you know? Because before that, everybody had to, around the time of World War I, everybody had to chip in and use all their resources that they would use on cars and planes. They had to use that to make military planes with. All right, and they started flying planes. And then from there, they started putting guns on the planes. All right, and dropping bombs from the plane by hand. All right, so let's get into it, man. It's gonna build all the way up to the nuclear age. So where was we at?
Verse 3.
Okay.
All right, Revelation 9 and 3.
Yeah, any precepts dealing with like war, you know, let's keep going. I got some in my mind right now.
All right, somebody grab it. Isaiah 9 and 5.
I got it.
All right, bring it out.
Not yet on that. Not yet on that.
All right.
Not yet on that. Yep. Go ahead, brother.
This Revelation 9 and 3. And there came out the smoke. It came out of the smoke, locusts upon the earth. And to them was given power as a scorpion of the earth have power.
Right, man. So, where is that? He went out to deceive the nations?
Revelation 20.
The Battle of Armageddon?
Revelation 20 and...
Yeah, right here. 20 and 7. Look at that on deck, just in case. Now, can you read that part again, Babakasha?
It's Revelation 9 and 3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth.
Right. So what's those locusts? Go ahead. What? So if you look at the planes back then, when they invaded a certain country, like Germany or anywhere else, you would see them in the air. The planes, you know, with the propeller on the front, and they sound like a bunch of locusts, a swarm of locusts, and they would fly in formation. All right, but check this out. Were they actual locusts? No. The scriptures speak about what? Parables. Somebody got that? Parables? The Bible written in parables? All right, the Lord speaking in parables. Sheesh. Let's get this real quick. Frozen ass hand, man. You got it?
See real quick.
Tell my fingers to move and shit.
Matthew 13.
Yeah, Matthew 13 and 13.
13 and 13?
Really 13 is like a little further up, yeah.
I got it. All right, this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 13, and I'm going to start at verse 9. Who have ears, who have ears to hear, let them hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
You're right, man. So the Lord's, the scriptures are written in the parabolic form. All right? So you got people that's seeing all these visions, that's coming up with their own doctrines, saying that the earth gonna be destroyed, or they'll say, yeah, man, it's gonna be a war, but it's gonna be like, 20 years down the line. You know, they keep pushing it off. But according to the prophecies, we can see these things happening. We see all the signs coming to pass. All right? That was it on that, right? A little bit more?
I get it, indigestion.
Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 24. As his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
There you go. That's beautiful, man. All right, so his ways are plain, meaning pure for the holy, the ones that are set apart to understand this truth. All right, it's pure to them. It's gonna be simple to us. But it's what? A stumbling block to the what?
The wicked.
To the wicked. All right, it's gonna be a stumbling block. They're gonna read the scriptures in the churches, and they're gonna say dragons, and they're gonna start really thinking about Dungeons and Dragons. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 7. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
There you go, man. So we speak the word of the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, in a mystery, man. All right, and this is another mystery in Revelation chapter 9. To know that that's Kaiser Wilhelm, and that's the ignition of World War I, which started with a guy named Gavrilo Princip. All right, that's the guy that supposedly poisoned what's his name? King Ferdinand. Right? They supposedly King Ferdinand, right? What was it, Serbia, I think? Right? And he poisoned him. And then what did that do? At that same time, you had Kaiser Wilhelm of Germany trying to become king of Prussia and king of Germany, because he was related to the kings of Prussia, all right, through his mother. And he wanted to get that power seat and become king of Prussia and king of Germany. So what did he do? They started, with his brother-in-law, or brothers, he started going back and forth about their navy. They started building up their navy like yachts. So he had a vast navy. And when they killed King Ferdinand and his wife, I think her name was Isabella, when they killed both of them, he was like, oh shit, yeah, we gotta go to war. So he went over there and started going to war against, I think it was Serbia. All right? And next thing you know, that kicked off the World War. All right? And you had Russia get involved, you had Britain get involved, but America was still on the back burner. America didn't get involved till World War II. All right, so now let's keep going with the story.
It's Revelation 9:3.
Right, so we're talking about the ignition of World War I and the entering in of the nuclear age and the age of Esau really using their blessing, the sword. All right.
Revelation 9:3. And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and upon them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power.
Right, so where's the scorpion hurt with? Their tail. So that's when they started, what they call them, red tails? Like the movie? All right, that's what it, Tuskegee Airmen and all that. They started shooting from the back of the plane. They mounted the gun on the back of the plane and they had a rider in the front of the plane. But they were still riding in the top of the plane. The jets today, they got that dome. You can't even see them in there.
Yeah, they couldn't go as high as they can today.
That's right. So at that time, you'll see somebody riding past and they looking right at you in the top of the plane. You know? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their foreheads.
Right, and now this goes to our forefathers. All right, like our grandparents. If the Lord didn't anoint them to make it through that war, we wouldn't be here today. All right, so that's what it's talking about. Because our foreparents had to have some type of anointing on them, covered, and mercy for us to be born through them. All right, so let's keep going, man. I want to get something though. Something came to my mind. Anyway, they'll come back. Let's keep going.
Verse 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of Yahweh in their foreheads.
Yep, go ahead.
And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months.
Yep.
And their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he had stricken a man.
Striking for man.
Striking for man.
Right, so like a scorpion, they'll strike you with their tail, but it was with a gun off the back of the planes. But now it's going to change. So what we're reading about right here is the transition from the gun on the back of the plane to the gun on both sides of the plane, and then from the missiles being dropped from the plane, and then from them changing that into nuclear missiles.
Oh, and they also used to, before they made missiles and bombs, they used to drop these little like big ass darts.
Yeah, the big giant bombs, right?
No, like darts, like darts,
Okay.
like needles and stuff like that. They used to drop.
They
Used to drop big ass
and shit.
darts and needles and shit from the planes.
Damn. Yeah, like anvils and all that stuff.
Yeah, just drop random ass shit.
Yeah, man. Yep. So that's what we're reading about. All right, the establishment of a World War III scenario upon this earth. All right. Let's keep going.
All right, Revelation 9:5. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he striketh a man. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them.
Right, because in World War I, they didn't have any anesthesia. You know, they didn't have anything to numb the pain. Right, and who was that? That was Hitler. He had him taking PCP.
Yeah.
Had him wired up and bugged out. Yep. So, yeah, man. So they desired to die. They couldn't die. They had the legs blown off, arms ripped off, head half blown off, and they had to live through that.
And they were performing like right in the midst of the war. They didn't have any like medic camps that they could take them to. They would perform operations right there on the battlefield, man.
Yep, drag them under a tent. Or wheel them off on them giant wheelbarrows that they made like tanks.
And the only thing they could do was like give them like vodka and shit.
Yeah, whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey. They give them whiskey. He said, yeah, that's all they drink was some whiskey.
They'll pour whiskey on the room and say, hey, take this to the head.
Right, because they know whiskey kills bacteria. All right. So,
Keep going.
Yep, let's keep going.
Verse 6. And in those days shall men seek death, and shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death shall flee from them. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared to battle,
Yep.
and their heads were like as with crowns like gold,
Right. Now, go ahead, you keep reading.
and their faces were as the faces of men.
Right. So if you look up the German army and you look up the Prussian army, they had golden helmets on. All right, and they would fly in the planes, and you'll see that golden helmet. And also, that's speaking about they had the face of men. So these locusts, meaning these planes, they had people on them. You know, it was men flying these planes. And then they had what they always draw on the front of the plane, the damn mouth and shit.
Yeah, the mouth and teeth.
Yeah. That's right, man. All right, come on, let's get it.
All right. Verse 7. And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and their heads were crowns like gold, and their faces as the faces of men.
Right.
And they had hair as the hair of women.
Right. This is not talking about the missiles. All right. And if somebody could look, if you can look up the German infantry hats. World War I, I think it was. The German infantry hats, or either Italian assassins or the Prussian army, the hats. And you should see one with like a pole, and they got hair on it. It's like a wig. All right, they called them I think it was the German infantry for World War I. They wore these big ass helmets with hair came down on them. You know what I'm saying? Like weave. Yeah, if somebody can find it, it's up to y'all, you know, if you can. But keep going. Yeah, read that again. Yeah, you did.
All right. Verse 8. And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions.
There you go. So they had, now at this point, they said that now they had the hair of women and the teeth of lions. So that means the front part of it now was able to shoot. So that's when they advanced the planes from the back of the plane shooting to the whole, to the gunners shoot. There you go, right there. Keep that to the screen. Go out, brothers. This is all prophecy right there. Look at the color of the helmet. It look gold. Look at the hat with the hair on it. All right, can you read that again with the hair?
All right.
Yep, perfect, man. Wait, let's hold that up. Yeah. No, go out, bro.
All right.
Go ahead.
There's Revelation 9 and 8.
Right, the scriptures are accurate.
And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions.
There you go, man. So that's what John the Revelator saw. The what? Revelations 1? Habakkuk? Revelation 1? Yeah, 1 and 1. Because this is what John the Revelator saw. He was seeing planes, he was seeing missiles, he was seeing armies with those hats on.
Revelation 1.
Yeah, so he didn't know what the heck he was seeing. This was a vision in his mind that the Lord showed him. All right? And because of Yahushua, because Yahweh gave us Yahushua, Yahushua was able to open the 7 seals and let us know these things were going to come to pass. All right? We read from the scriptures about when John the Revelator saw this. He was a so-called black man. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 1.
Yep.
The revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants the things which must shortly come to pass.
There you go. All right. He showed Yahushua. Yahweh showed Yahushua this, and Yahushua sent the angel to show John the things which must shortly come to pass. What was one of those things? World War I and World War II and World War III. All right, it was any more on that? A little bit?
Just a little bit. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
That's right, man. So that's right. So he sent and signified it by an angel to John. All right, Yakanan, the Revelator. So now we're reading one of those revelations. Let's keep going with it.
All right. Woo. Revelation 9 and 9. It says, and they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was like the sound of chariots of many horses running to the battle.
Right. So these was and what's one of the main resources they use to make their planes? Iron. All right. So it's like there's like wasn't no damn wooden planes and shit. All right. These were some strong metal objects. So they were advancing. What did it say? Esau wiser than Daniel.
Ezekiel 27.
Water, brother. Yep.
Ezekiel.
Yeah, take your time, man. I know it's cold, man. Damn, please. All right, bear with us, man. It's cold out here.
This is Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee."
Ooh, there's no secret that they can hide from thee, man. So Esau found out how to make all this technology, found out how to manipulate metals, found out how to draw blueprints for something to fly in the sky. You know, how to the whole earth was given to him. All right? How to make tanks and shit. How to split an atom. So the Most High put that in their heart to do this. Why? Because it's their own demise. It's setting them up for their own destruction.
And if you think about it, that's a short period of time because the Wright brothers took flight in 1903. And World War I was started from 1914 to 1918.
Yep.
So, yeah, so that's 11 years now they're making planes out of metal.
You know? So, yeah, where was that?
Revelation 9 and 9.
9 and 9? Yeah, I think they started messing with the planes in the 1700s.
Time.
Yep.
All right.
That's when they took that damn plane and put it on their back and tried to run with it. You know? Esau was like, I'm going to take over the world.
All right, Revelation 9 and 9. And they have breastplates as if were breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings was as the sound of chariots of many horses running to battle.
Right, man.
And they had tails like unto scorpions. They had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails.
Yep, and there were stings in their tails. So they had the guns shooting from the back of the plane. All right. Before that, they had the gunner shooting in the back of the plane, and then they had the guns on the back of the plane mounted. You know, you see that in the World War II films. They even got it in color now. You can watch it. World War I. All right, go ahead.
It says, and their power was to hurt men 5 months.
Right, so their power was to hurt men the whole course of this war. All right, go ahead.
And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue was
Abaddon.
Abaddon,
Right.
but in the Greek tongue has his name Apollyon.
There you go. So they had a king over them. Who is that? Kaiser Wilhelm. So this is all speaking about World War I. All in the scriptures. All right? All right, go ahead, brother.
One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes hereafter.
That's right. So this prophecy that there's going to be 2 more woes. Not just that one world war, because during that world war, they thought that was it. They thought that was the end of the world.
They call that the Great War.
They call that the Great War, brother. Yep. So now they're going into, then the Second World War happened. See, everything's going to happen according to the Lord's will. All right, not according to man. They're always trying to upset the prophecy, but they won't be able to. All right. Let's say when the arrow shall be shot to the end of the earth. Yeah, who should turn it back? What's the plague or something like that? I just went to it earlier. Yeah, come on, man. All right, somebody grab go ahead, bro.
Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world."
Right. What's that? Who can turn back a hungry lion? Lion that is hungry. Same one, right? Yeah,
I think it's a little
higher up.
Yeah, go
ahead, brother.
The second Ezra chapter 16, and I'm gonna start at verse 5.
Yep.
It says, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?"
There you go, man. So the plagues are sent. The Most High is sending these plagues. And what is he that can drive them away? Esau always trying to stop the plagues from happening. But they can't. You know, they can't because why? They know once these prophecies come to pass, that's their ass. Bar, yeah, they're going into slavery. You know, they know that's it. All right? And they know that the prophet spoke this 2,000 years ago. Even before that, during the times of Isaiah, so many in Jeremiah. Whew, that's crazy, man. The Lord did speak these things from the beginning. All right? Revelations 8 and 13. Okay? So go ahead, brother. Keep reading this one.
Revelations 9 and 13. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horses of the golden altar, which is before Yahweh, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
Right, so right now, what's that talking about? A war over there in the middle, what they call the Middle East. All right? And even, what he said, the river Euphrates is going to be dried up. All right? That's Israel draining the damn water from over there, which is opening a way for the Kurds to come through and fight a war. All right? So that's prophecy. But now, right here in Revelation 9, that's really talking about who? The four horsemen and the other three. Who was that? China, Russia, and somebody else, man. All right, somebody want to get it? The four horsemen of World War II. All right, and it's talking about when they went over into the Middle East and started what? Separating all those nations. All right? No, not yet. No, I just need this for here. They got that.
Okay. Want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. All right. Revelations 9 and 14.
Right. So this is talking about when they went over to the Middle East, started breaking up all that, you know, all the, cause before Esau started going into the Middle East, all those Arab nations, they were all at peace with each other. But then Russia went over there, started taking people. America started taking their people. They started dividing that whole area up for resources, all right? Preparing for the War of Armageddon and World War II. All right, go ahead, bro.
All right. Verse 14, saying to the six angels which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men.
Right, because the angels, the Lord has the angels set up to bring to pass the prophecies. What's that? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4. I think it is. He did not move nor stir them. All right, so the Lord sent his angels, and they're the ones that get the prophecies happening. Just like in Revelation 7. Somebody get that? Because once the Lord sent the angels, they stir up, they get all the prophecies happening according to the Lord's word.
Excuse me. Something to look for.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 4, verse 37. It says, by measure has he measured the time, and by number hath he numbered the time, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
There you go. So now the Lord is stirring things up. All right? He's the one stirring things up. What's that? The Lord of the hosts, muster the host of the battle. I think it's a Revelation. The spirit of the Medes. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Yep. So, yeah, we ain't get to that yet. What was the other one I asked for?
Stir the Medes.
It must like the host of the battle for the is that
Oh, Revelation 7. Yep.
It's Revelations, chapter 7, verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
Right, so the winds represent what? The missiles, the destruction. All right.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
Right.
And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their forehead.
Right. 2 Timothy 2:19. All right. So that's where everything's being held back, for the servants of the Lord to be sealed. Okay. So can't nothing happen on this earth unless the Lord gives the green light. All right. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of 2 Timothy,
Psalms 50:3.
chapter 2, verse 19. Nevertheless, the foundation of Yahweh standeth sure, having the seal.
Having what?
Having the seal.
Yeah, having this seal. Right. This is the seal. Go ahead.
The Lord knoweth them that are his.
There you go, man. All right. Go ahead.
And let everyone that nameth the name of Mashiach depart from iniquity.
There you go. All right, so it's about his name. That's part of the seal. Okay, you can't be sealed, IUIC, without the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. And you can't depart from iniquity without his name, without believing him. Both of y'all, either one. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 3. Our power shall come and shall not keep silence. A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him.
All right.
That was one card.
Oh, what I asked for?
Psalms 53.
Yeah, read it again. Oh, that fire, yeah. That's the wind.
Psalms 50 and 3.
Yep.
Our power shall come and shall not keep silence.
You got the wind.
A fire shall devour before him, and it shall be very tempestuous round about him.
There you go. So that fire gonna be what? Very tempestuous. That's that tempestuous fire. All right. Anything else on that? That was it. All right. Let's get 2nd Ezra 13 and 37. Get a couple precepts real quick. All right. Because yeah, man, the Lord sent his angels and they started pushing humanity towards the Lord's prophecies, man, with World War I and World War II, so we can enter into this nuclear age. And they can get Esau out of this.
Say 37.
Yep, in Revelation 17, 20, chapter 20.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13,
37.
verse 37. It says, and this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them.
There go that tempestuous wind. All right, they falling into the tempest. Even 2/3 of our people. Go ahead.
Verse 38. And shall lay before them their evil thoughts and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire.
That's right, man. All right, let's get that Jeremiah real quick.
All right, this is Jeremiah 51 and 1.
Right, because the angels have been holding back the winds. They was holding back the process of World War III kicking off. They were holding back the process of the nuclear missiles being established at the time. All right, until 1914, and then all the way till the Second World War and then the Third World War.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 1. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
There you go. All right, that's that destroying wind. Anything else on it?
Come on, it says, and it will send up to Babylon fanners that shall fan her.
Right, so all these nations gonna help to what? Destroy America. All right, America is basically Babylon in the scriptures. That's what the end goal is. All of this stuff is moving towards the destruction of Babylon and the downfall of Esau. All right.
Move down about
And
no, that was it. I think that's it. Go ahead, brother.
All right, it's the book of Matthew.
There's a lot on that, but still, you know.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
Right, so yep, the Lord is not showing up to hand out flowers. All right, he said what? He said, what will I if it already be kindled? All right, so the Lord is kindled that fire. The Lord has sent the angels to start the fire, man, to get the ball rolling. And it's moving quick according to his time. But that Lord is not slack concerning his promise. Man, St. Peter. Getting there. Getting close to insanity. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It's Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Right, well, you know, it's that, go to the ditch, dig it there in.
Hey, keep going on that.
Yeah, it's on there, isn't it?
Verse 25.
Right, so that snare those missiles. All right, so the Lord, hold on, let me wait for this, see? Probably was a child trying to get all the damn attention. But the Lord said the Most High laid a snare for Esau. All right, what's that? Blow up the coals in the fire.
Isaiah 54.
Isaiah 54.
16.
Come on, real quick. Let me get this real quick. Let me go right back to that. 54. Somebody get it, please.
Isaiah 54, 16.
Yeah.
59. It's Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire,
Right.
and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
There you go. So the Lord created the waster to destroy. All right. So he created the smiths, the generals, put it in their heart to fulfill his will. And they created the waster, the missiles, the ICBM missile. They split an atom. They entered something called the nuclear age with World War II. All right. 'Cause when it goes later on in Revelation 9, it starts transitioning into World War II.
Just, I was going to say that Esau, his name means wasted away is he.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it ain't just about color. They're gonna be wasted away in the kingdom. Right?
Hey, go away like his own dope.
Yeah, they're gonna go away like their own dumb. That's right, man. So let's go with these precepts real quick. What's up first?
All right, this is Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him.
Right, that sounds just like Revelations 13. All right, somebody get that? Revelation 13 and 10. Oh, he said what? He that diggeth a pit shall fall therein. You know? And that's for Esau. They're going to fall into that pit that they've dug. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this book of Revelations, chapter 13, starting at verse 9.
Okay.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's that same, those scriptures match up. Because that sword ultimately is the missiles. All right, Esau gonna try to want to kill with those missiles. Didn't they do that in the sight of the Europe? You know, Esau's blessing is to kill with the gun and with the sword, which is ultimately the missiles. What did the Lord say? Yeah, go ahead, brother. You got to speak on it?
I was just
Somebody get the sword bathed in heaven.
That's the supplanter. Jacob is a supplanter, man.
Yep.
And when you think of Yahushua being Isaac, you're the one who gave him the damn sword to
That's
begin
right.
with, to kill himself, man.
That's right. And supplanter means to what? To take rulership after somebody. All right, to supplant somebody, to follow in their seat. All right, so now, since Esau going to be removed out of the place, Jacob going to be following right after them. That goes according to scripture. All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. It
Right.
says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse.
Right, so today represents Idumea is Babylon, America. All right, and upon Esau, all the Edomites here, they're not going to make it out of here. All right, so yeah, and 2/3 of our people and the heathens that are in this place. And you see, he said the sword. And he used Esau to establish the sword. And those that kill with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Go ahead. A little more.
Verse 6.
Nah, that's cool. Let's just see something for it. We can come back to it. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 3.
Right, so the Lord created the waster, and he gonna have them missiles shot into the sky. You know, they're gonna be bathed in the Shemayim.
Glistening sword.
Yep. Go ahead, brother. Glistening sword.
I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Right, so the Lord called the angels and his elect. Go ahead.
The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people.
Right, this the missiles. Go ahead.
A tumultuous noise of the kingdom of the nations gathered together.
Right, okay, these are the nations coming together. What do you say, roundabout? Shoot at her? The what, if somebody get it, let me know.
The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle.
Yeah, go back, where that, the last verse?
Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains.
Right. What do you say, stir up hell from you, stir up the nation against them? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, come. Let me know y'all got these.
I got somewhere you said roundabout.
Yeah, come, brother. Go ahead. So the Most High is bringing all these nations together against America. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 14. Put yourselves in the rain against Babylon round about.
Right, that's a command. The Lord telling them to put themselves in array against Babylon round about. Yeah. Go ahead.
All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
Right, because the Most High said he the one that bent the bow. So all the nations that have missile silos or a way to shoot them missiles off, the Lord, he gonna make them shoot those missiles at Babylon. And they shall not miss when they be shot to the ends of the earth. Yep.
It says, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Right, so what? What's that, Revelation? I'll show you the judgment of the great whore. I think in Revelation 11. It might be, hold up. Yeah. Now let's get, let me see. $14? No, you good. You good. Go ahead, brother. You got precept?
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 20. Behold, saith Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also in recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
That's right, man. So the Lord gonna recompense all these nations. All right. The Lord gonna recompense all these nations for touching the apple of his eye. All right, for touching his children, putting us in slavery. They got to pay. They got a judgment coming back to them. You know, they putting sympathy laws in place for Esau, but you can't make them feel bad. They got the feelings. They getting the feelings police ready and shit.
Hey, that's here in Florida too.
Yeah, the feelings police. He hurt my feelings. What? Lock your ass up. That's what they gonna do. All right. Did he hurt you? Yes. What's hurting on you? My feelings. Oh, he going down, buddy.
It's Isaiah 14 and 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
Right, go ahead.
It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right, what's that called? Hell breaking loose. All right? Yep, it's gonna meet you at the damn coming. When Esau coming to rush him like a flood, the Lord gonna raise hell against you. Yep, go ahead. Stir up all the dead, meaning these dead-minded nations. All right?
It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation.
There you go, man. So it raised up from the throne all the kings of the nation. They all getting off the seat. All right, and gathering around America to destroy this place. Go ahead, turn your olive, we work them down there.
It's Revelation 17 and verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither.
Yep.
I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore
You good, brother? You
that
good? You good?
sitteth
Hey, tell him he come through.
You're good.
upon many waters.
That's right, man. So he said, yeah, the angel was showing him the judgment that was going to happen to the whore. All right, and it came into the father's mind. It's going to come into his mind to destroy this place. All right, yep. So this place has a judgment coming to it. All right.
As well as the other kings and kingdoms that fornicated with it.
That's right. That did business with this place, man. Yep. That's right, man. Israel, the land, those Khazars in our land, they got a judgment coming there too. It's gonna be like a sea of glass. It's gonna be burned up. All that sand gonna be burned like glass. They're gonna like a skating ring over there. And over here it's gonna be like a pit of lava. You wanna play the floor is lava? Yeah, there you go. That's what Esau's children gonna be playing in this place. The floor is lava. You lose. Go ahead, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world.
Right, that's right. That's the Lord's word. Right, the Lord is commanding the whole earth right now, making a sift. Go ahead, brother.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
That's right, man. So his fury is upon all their armies, man.
He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
There you go, man. So the Lord already slaughtered. You guys any points you want to make?
Just to touch on a point that Brother Thanyala brought out, man, not only did Esau got a judgment and destruction coming, but also these other nations who have had a hand in the destruction of our people.
God, man, damn, Arabs, Africans, Persians, Assyrians, you know, Chinese, Japanese. Precept. Right, let's get Kanak real quick and then Thanyala.
This
boom, boom.
is First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 10. What nation had not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoil?
Right, what nation? The Lord gave everybody a chance to rule, to kick us around like a damn soccer ball. Yeah, like a can, kicking us down the road. And all these nations had a hand in kicking our ass. Like a Wu-Tang video, stomping the shit out of us.
I just seen a video. I saw a video of these American basketball players. I believe they was getting off in China. Everybody in China, they was just shouting at the bus the N-word. They was, you know what I'm saying, saying the N-word.
Yeah, well, they know damn well they worship the hell out of us, man. You know, when they see us over there, they be like, "Oh my goodness, look at his skin. Look how strong he is. Look at his hair." You know, go ahead, brother. I had to do Dougie on that one. Go ahead, John.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, just to back up what the brother Athaniel and the brother Gabar was saying about how these other nations have had a hand in oppressing our people.
Come on, brother.
And the Lord is going to deal with these other nations. This is Isaiah 34 and 2. For the indignation of the Lord Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. So the Lord's indignation is upon all these other nations because of what they have done to our people. The Lord is going to destroy these other nations and their armies as well, because you know they're going to all be fighting amongst each other, and they're going to try to fight Yahushua when he comes. And the Lord has delivered them to the slaughter.
Right.
They set up to be wiped out.
Yep, and no nation did us worse than Esau did. You know? Right, that's why the Lord says shame is going to cover Esau. They disrespected the scriptures, sought to paint the likeness of their images, set it up, they wanted to do away with us as a nation. Go ahead.
It's Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16.
Right, they try to set themselves up as God.
Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right, so ain't nobody worse than Esau. The Lord got a judgment on all these nations, but what he said in Obadiah 1, somebody get that? This is the first verse. Right.
This is Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, concerning Edom, we have heard a rumor from the Lord and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
There you go.
Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
There you go. So we rising up, and the Lord is raising up all these nations against Edom in battle.
Appreciate
All right. Go ahead. I'll comment real quick.
This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Right. So what's that? That's spending all their money that they would spend on their building up their agriculture. Right. I think I'm saying it right. The agriculture. Right. They were what? Now they're taking that. And they have taken that and built up their nuclear and missile nuclear arsenals and their technology for their military. Especially since the fall of the Soviet Union, they fell because of that. Russia was trying to build up their military so much that they went broke. You know what I mean? The economy fell, and that's what really knocked out the Soviet Union.
Space race with
Now they're doing that. That's now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. All right, go ahead.
It says, let the weak say I am strong.
That was back then too. Yeah, you're right.
Sputnik.
Yeah, Sputnik. Yep. That cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know?
Just had that pool of money.
Yeah, they had that pool from.
Yeah.
Now they was using the pimp. Europe. They got long money from Europe, from the dragon. You know, Russia didn't have that help from the dragon. So that's right. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10 of Joel chapter 3. It says, beat your plowshares. I read that one. Verse 11. It says, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen and gather yourselves together round about thither, because they mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right, so now he said what? Gather them all around, round about. All right, just like the brother was reading earlier. All right, and we're gonna finish in a minute. That was it? All right.
It says, verse 12, let the heathen be wicked and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right, so that's gonna be over there in the valley of Kidron, over there called the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, and that's where they're gonna have this war at, back where they had the first battle of Megiddo. All right, this is gonna be called the Battle of Armageddon. Armageddon, which means the gathering of troops. So all their armies are they not over there in the Middle East, fighting over those land proxy wars? All right, so it's gonna start with a proxy war, and it's gonna turn into a hot war. You know? All right, that's the climax of a war, World War III. The precepts?
The proxy war on Ukraine.
That's right, that's a proxy war.
Yeah.
But after a while, they ain't gonna be able to hide the proxy. They gonna have to go Yosemite Sam. Straight up gun for gun.
All right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, verse 12.
Yep, after this, we get back to Revelation.
It's just going back on the snares of the people, man. It's going to be an evil time for those people. It says, for man also knows not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time, when they follow suddenly upon them. And that is what is getting ready to come, the unawares, all right? The people that's not paying attention to these prophecies, we are living in the spirit of prophecy right now, man.
That's right,
and
man.
Our people not hearkening to the words of Yahweh Shemini Shah.
That's right. Yep.
Mainly Esau, being the topic of this lesson. All right. That pride have deceived him, man.
Deceived them, man. They have built all these missiles and everything, and it's gonna fall down upon their own people. You know, destroy their own people. He said, prepare slaughter for their children. And this is the slaughter that's prepared. All right, he said the missile's not going to spare old or young. It's going to chop them. Somebody knows that?
Ezekiel 9:4.
The water, bro. Yep, go ahead. This will dash them to pieces. Precept? Go ahead. Hey, you got some, anybody else can tell you, you know what I mean?
This is Exodus chapter 6. It's like in chapter 7, verse 3. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you. I'm gonna let that bus pass. But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth mine armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. That's the whole reason Yahushua is gathering these nations and putting it into their heart to want to go to war, to build up these technologies, so that way they can destroy America, so that way America can ultimately destroy itself.
Oh, if we ever stop, man, just keep making points. All right, where we at?
I thought that Ezekiel that I thought y'all was.
All right, go ahead, brother. Yeah, come.
This is Ezekiel 9 and 5. It says, and to others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
Right, because we out here to warn the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that we're the Israelites of the Bible. We gotta turn and repent to Yahweh and His Son Yahushua. Go ahead.
Come on, it says slay utterly old and young.
Right, so the angels gonna slay utterly old and young, and they're gonna send what? The missiles to do it. You know? Go ahead.
It says both maids and little children and women.
We say the should not be spared children.
And there's one where it talks about they shall creep in through the windows like a thief.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna wait on that one.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna wait on that one. Come on, bro. What was it? There you go. Yeah. This is that.
You should bring that one out. You should talk through the window.
No, not yet. We're gonna bring that out in a minute. We're gonna keep going with Revelation 9. Go ahead.
It's Psalms 137 and 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. You said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right, 70 AD. Actually, that really goes back to 586. Because they were right there saying that.
Yeah.
They were saying that while the Babylonians, which were Assyrians, Nebuchadnezzar, was taking us into captivity. They were right there like, burn it down. And Nebuchadnezzar was like, oh yeah? Hey, Esau, honey, I'm going to give you the torch, you burn it. And Esau was right there like, yo, burn it down, burn their temple down. And they broke their treaty with us. They had a peace treaty with us, and they broke that treaty just to try to take advantage of us when we were being taken into captivity by Nebuchadnezzar. And they said, raise it, which means bring it down to the ground, destroy it. Yep.
O Babylon, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us.
There you go.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Right, so that's going to be the elect in the kingdom. They're going to dash their little ones, dash these little ones, right? Dash them, their children, and their children's children ahead with a stone.
Because in the book of Job, all right, the backs are going up. In the book of Job, it says that that's the portion of a wicked man.
Portion.
All right, that if he have seed, if he was to have children, it's for the sword, ultimately.
Oh, that's right, man.
Precept.
That's right. Go ahead, let's keep going, brother. Who got it? Real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
Right, today the modern day Medes represent the Russians, all right? And the Chinese are the Moabites of the Bible, and the Japanese are the Ammonites. They go into slavery.
Khan. Verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
Right, their bows, man, their missiles. Gonna dash the young men to pieces, man. Go ahead.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
There you go. They're not gonna have any pity on the children. You know, you would think. Look at what Esau, the American Edomites, have done, which they've proven according to their recent interviews. They said African Americans get the vote just like Americans. Made a separation showing who the true Americans are, Edomites. But look at what the Americans did what the Lord say? He's going to send far off the Northern Army. The Northern Army represents America, and they've been over there in the Middle East causing all hell, man. Destroying cities, destroying children. Look what they did to our people in America, over here on their own soil. They built this place off of bloodshed. They tortured our children. You know, look what they did with, you know, to hell with them, but still, Mumia Abu Jamal. All right, the Black Panther up in Philadelphia, they bombed that whole block and laughing, made a video laughing when they blew it up with children in it. Look at the Oklahoma bomber. Look at September 11th. Look at what they're doing now with what they're doing. You know, the depopulation plan. They're not sparing children. So you think the Lord gonna spare their children? Hell no. Those children gonna grow up to be twice the devil their parents were. Look at the racism that's still in this place, from the founding fathers of this place. Look at the trail of tears. See that? They got a trail. It should be called a trail of bloodshed.
And they always like to say that they're not racist, but they don't have to show their racism anymore because there's a system that's set up to where that their form of racism that they established a system with, they don't have to express their racism anymore because the system does it for them.
Right, man.
So yeah, we would say all Edomites are racist because they thrive and they still deal with this system that was set up against us on purpose.
Right.
So anybody that wants to be a part of this, you're a part of their agenda also. 2/3 of our people.
Right, man. That's right.
All they gotta do is call their shooters 911. They're gonna handle it.
Yep. Precepts.
This is the book of Revelation 11:18. And the nation were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the death, that they should be judged.
Right.
And
Yep. The wrath has come, meaning this is after World War III. All right. And that's the wrath of the Lord. And in the time of the dead, meaning these heathens, well, the wicked, that they should be judged. Go ahead.
and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servant the prophet.
Right. All right. So the servants of prophets gonna get their reward for doing this work. All right. After the missiles hit.
And to the same, and that fear the name, small and great, and shall thus destroy them which destroy the earth.
Here and there. All right.
Shall destroy them which destroy the earth, man, which is Esau. All right, he made the whole world a wilderness, man. You know, he's a diabolical demon. According to Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. You know, so only he who let is gonna let till he be taken out of the way. You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, that's the Most High sending his son to take this, to uproot this devil.
They're gonna be taken out of the way, man. Right? He said, Jacob gonna take them and bring them to their place. But how we gonna do that without Yahushua? Yahushua the one's gonna do it. Yahushua gonna take them. All right? Yeah, go ahead, brother. I'm gonna get back to Revelation 9 right after that.
All right. This is the book of 2 Peter, chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 9. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some man count slackness, but is long suffering to us, Lord, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Right? Is he looking for everybody? No. He's looking for the elect of Israel. All right? What the hell going on out here right now?
He's sparking right there.
All right, yeah, we might have to move, man. I ain't trying to deal with this shit, yeah. I ain't trying to deal with this today, man. They're on both sides, they're mad as shit. Mad as shit.
They over there talking about some World War III.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. In that, indeed, which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Right, so this rulership is going to pass away with a great noise, and the elements that they built in this place, everything that they built is going to be thrown down. It's going to melt with fervent heat. And some of those elements are Jakes. Some of those elements are these heathens. All right, go ahead.
The earth also.
You even got a 2/3 Jake name element. He was in the truth before, but yeah, now he's just an element.
Made for destruction.
That's right.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what matter of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
There you go, man. So what person are we to be in all our conversation and all our actions, right? Somebody say let's move, man. Maybe go over there, go over here. So we got the wind out our back. I think the wind will be out our back over here. All right? Yeah? Yeah. Hold your precepts though. We're just about to dig in. All right. Hey, yeah. We're gonna move over here, so we're gonna carry the camera. Y'all can walk with us, man. All right? Just bear with us. Grab you some popcorn, grab you something to drink or something like that.
Come on, bro. How about you know something about the stuff?
All I feel is like
He handed the baton off. All right. Yeah, trying to get away from this damn loud ass noise over there. All right, yeah, we should be good now, man. Whew. All right, here we go. Right by this bench right here. All right, here we go. This should be cool right here, I think. A little further.
Yeah, it's still loud.
Still a lot of shit, right? Still a lot of shit. Hey, where was that? That hog out here now. When did I face
Who's everything with this?
Well, they're gonna come down here. Look. I'm gonna take it down just a little bit. Yeah. All right, what about right here, man? Yeah, that sound that they ain't gonna be long more than the whole damn day. Can't keep it on all day. This what comes with being in the truth, man. You gotta deal with it. You gotta maneuver. Here you go, that's perfect. It's a little warmer right here. It
I
ain't
went right next to the water. They're gonna be right here? Okay.
A little flight in the winter, they gonna go cool.
Keep rolling that.
Left off 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
What's up? All right, let's go to 2 Peter. Let's go to Revelations 18. Yeah.
Revelation 18 and what?
Revelations no, I think it's 8, my bad. Revelation 8. And 13.
8, 13.
Yeah.
It's Revelation chapter 8, verse 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet, the three angels which are yet to sound.
There you go, man. So the Bible clearly speaks about World War III. All right, 3 world wars. Woe, woe, woe. And woe just means what? Destruction. All right, and what comes with war? Destruction. All right, and we're in that time for war. All right, so we were reading Revelation 9 about World War I, and then it transitions into World War II. Let's go back to it. Yeah, go ahead, brother. Let's get that. Yep, go ahead and get it quick as you can.
Revelations chapter 9, verse 15.
Right, Revelation 20 and 7.
20 and 7. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men.
All right, go ahead.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
Right, the third part of men is who? The wicked. All right, go ahead.
And I heard the number.
No, go ahead, bro. No, I'm saying, go ahead.
And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them.
Right, so he heard the number. See, the Lord let John know the number of the missiles, like being precise with it. Gave him precise details. That's how much he loved Yahushua, that Yahushua was able to tell John details, man. He said, if it were not so, I would have told you. All right? So he said, what? 200 million missiles are going to hit this place. He heard the number of the missiles. All right? And he said, the sword is going to be bathed in heaven, so they're going to be shot off. It's going to be like a mighty army that's being shot towards this place. Yep, now we're getting into it. All right? Let's get that, yep.
20 and 7.
That's right.
This is Revelations 20 and 7. It says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
Right, so Esau was loosed out of their bondage. See, the Lord cast a chain upon Esau called the Byzantine Empire. All right, with the Severus dynasty, all right, Septimius Severus. It's ever since the 1st century AD. All right, going into the 2nd century, 3rd century, all the way up to the 4th century, where you had the fall of the Western Roman Empire. And then that Roman Empire, revised Roman Empire, rose back up. Esau, it was called what? The Renaissance, or the time of the Ottoman Turks, 1266 AD. All right, they came out of Europe, and they went into Turkey, called Istanbul, tried to take it back. That's why you have a lot of the Ottoman Turks over there today, which are Edomites. All right, so keep going.
Verse 8, it says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth.
Right, so Esau's going to go out. Let me get this, brother. Huh? Yeah, I know we both got an issue. So, he said what? So go out to deceive the nations. So they're the ones that financed World War I, World War II, and World War III. All right? And the Vietnam War. They kicked off all those wars, man. They brought wars upon the earth, playing both sides and investing in the winning. All right, just like with Napoleon. Okay, all right. Yeah, go ahead, keep going. So they're going out to deceive these nations, man. Got Russia going against America. You know, China going against America. All right, go ahead.
Come on, it says Gog and Magog together to battle.
Right, because that's the whole beef. The beef is between Western Europe and Eastern Europe. Again, it's called the Iron Curtain. All right, that great divide over there in Europe. So the western side of Europe is trying to control and take over the eastern side of Europe, which is Russia.
It says the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
All right, there you go. All right, so that was it, right? So where we at now? Revelation 9? Yep. All right, because he said what? He heard the number of them, and it was 200 million missiles. 200 million.
Revelation 9 and 17. And thus I saw the horses in the
Joel
vision.
2?
Huh?
You got it? All right, right after this.
And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of, what is it? Adjacent and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions. And
we got to slow down. Let's start from the, let's break it down in detail. All
right. Revelations 9 and 17.
Right.
And thus I saw the horses in the vision.
Right, let's get this real quick, right? There's like horses to the battle, right? So he saw the horses in the vision, all right? So John saw this. Let's go ahead and get it.
We can start from the top of it.
Yeah, start from the top.
All right.
Where the horses part?
Go to the horse part?
Yeah, then we're going to go back to the top.
All right. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 4. It says, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run.
There you go, man. And as horsemen, so shall they run, meaning in order. They're going to be ordered like AI technology, being controlling the horses where, you know, where it's going. All right, so they're like horses formed to the battle, meaning they got power. All right, where's the power? In the tail and in the front, which is called warheads. Which is going to be 200 million, really, warheads, all right, and missiles. Go ahead, brother. Some say it's going to be missiles, some say it's going to be warheads. Yeah, like that. All right. We're might go back to that.
All right, verse 17. Revelation 9 and 17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire and of adjacent and brimstone. And the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions.
Right, so as the heads of lions, right? And if you look up that word, that's right, man. If you look up that word lion, where is it at?
17.
17? Okay, yeah, the mouth. There you go. So yeah, if you look up a lion, what does a lion do? They bite with their mouth. Their power is in their head. Just like that's what you call what? A nuclear warhead. All right. Go ahead.
And it says.
And out of their mouth issue fire. All right. Go ahead, read it.
All right. It said. And whereas the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issue fire.
See that? So out of their mouth, out of their front part issue fire. Mind you, before we were reading about out of their mouth and out of their tail, they were stinging people like scorpions. But now they're in advanced. What's that, Isaiah? Let's get that now. Isaiah? 95. Huh? 95. Yeah, 95?
I got that.
Go ahead, brother. Damn, why sound like you was over here? I'm looking at you like.
This is Isaiah 95.
Yep.
For every battle of warrior is with confused noise.
Right, so. No, go ahead.
And garments rolled in blood.
Right, so all the battles on this earth were fought. That's how they would be fought, with sticks and rocks and stones and swords. All right, the ancient battles. And that's why Putin said that. He said if there's ever a nuclear war, the next World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones. Right? It would have to go back to that, because everything would be destroyed. The people too. So he said what? The garments before, they were fought like 300, or like Braveheart, you know, swords and garments up close, you know, stabbing each other, garments rolled in blood, right? But now, like we always say, they fighting the cowards war. They shoot at trajectories, shooting from country to country. Demonization, espionage, sabotage, hacking, geopolitics, drone attacks. They got all kinds of stuff now. EMPs, 5G. Go ahead, brother. Health, right? I can't say that, but you know, I want to say
I know. That's why I say health.
That's like warfare.
Yeah.
Go ahead, brother. I still said it.
But this shall be with burning in fuel of fire.
So this battle right here is gonna be with burning. He didn't say battle, but he said this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right, it's gonna melt them, man. It's gonna turn this place to a lava pit. All right, can you finish that in Joel 2 real quick? Start from top.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound in the Lord in my holy mountain.
Right, so the government of Israel, the elect. That's the government, the tabernacle of David that the Lord is raising up in the spirit through edification, as we spoke of in the beginning. Go ahead. So speaking their ears the words of prophecy.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Right, so all the inhabitants of this place should be trembling. Do they look like they trembling? No. These people ain't trembling. They're not scared of the Lord's judgment. They saw what happened to ancient Egypt. They saw what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. They saw what happened in World War I, World War II, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Bet that ring a bell. Go ahead. Yeah, they should be trembling right now.
He said, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Right, so they should be trembling because the day of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that day is coming. And what day is that? Malachi 4:1. I need that chapter 4, Babaka Shah.
I got it right here.
My man, let's get it. What day is that? What day is coming? Let's get it.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4, and verse 1.
Right, burn it.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Come on.
And all the proud, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
There you go.
And the day cometh that shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Right, so they're going to burn them up. And it's going to leave them neither root nor branch. So that day is coming, man. All right? So they should be trembling about that, but they're not. All right? They can judge the weather, but they can't judge the times. All right? Go ahead, brother. You said that too. Go ahead. My bad, brother.
Real quick. This is Amos 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? So come on, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the one who does these things. He said he killeth and he make up alive. You know, and he's the one who created everything, man.
Right,
Even them are the ones that are stirring up this jealousy from all these different nations.
Right. So what did he say? Sound the alarm in the holy mountain, right? So that alarm being sounded right now, what? He said alarm of war, sound of war is in the land.
Jeremiah.
Right, man. So that sound of war, that alarm of war, is being sounded because the Lord said so. He gave the green light to the angels to get it going. All right, to stir up the times.
This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 22. It says the sound of battle is in the land.
There you go. There go that battle again.
And of great destruction.
Right. All right. And of great destruction. So there's going to be a battle just like the ancient times, but this one's going to be of destruction. All right. That's right, man. That's it on that.
Well, keep going.
No, that's some more. He opened up the armor.
Keep going.
Yeah, man. So he said, the sound of battle, man. So that's the trumpet. And he said, what? Shall the trumpet be blown and the Most High have not done it? The Most High is bringing this on the path. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 23 of Jeremiah 50. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Right, because the scriptures say the Lord's word is like a hammer. And his hammer is going to break their hammer. All right, Babylon. And what does Babylon mean? Confusion and lies. So the Lord is going to break this place and destroy it. It's being broken up. Go ahead and cut asunder. And cut off, basically.
Verse 24. I have laid a snare for thee.
Yeah, come. We read this already, but still. All right, the Lord has laid the snare. We can go right back to it. The Lord laid the snare, that missile, that ICBM'S, something called an intercontinental ballistic missile, and the splitting of the atoms. Go ahead.
It says, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon. Thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Right, so they're not aware. That's why the Lord said they should be trembling right now, but they're not aware. You see that? So they laying a snare, digging a damn grave, and it's really for themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit. It was like Ebenezer Scrooge. Remember that shit? He went up to it, it was a grave, and it was his name on it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, verse 25 of Jeremiah 50. The Lord hath opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
That's right, man. The Lord has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. That's the snare. for Esau, the Caucasian race, and these heathens and 2/3 of our people. The Lord has brought it forth, meaning manifested it. All right, the weapons of his armory. Wow, man, his armory. So all these weapons upon this earth are from the Lord's armory.
It says, for this is the word of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, God of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans.
That's it, man. So the land of the Chaldeans, that represents what? The land of this business. The land of traffic, America. All right? Go ahead, brother.
This Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord, Yahweh Yahushua, who judgeth her.
Death, mourning, and famine. Death, mourning, and famine. So the Lord ain't playing, man. They got us with the physical sword. The Lord gonna get them with the spiritual sword. They got us with the little sword. The Lord gonna get them with the big sword. All right, double unto them. They had us in slavery for over 500 years. You got idiots that say 400, but that's neither here nor there.
Still in slavery.
We still here and shit. So, more than 500 years. So Esau going into slavery for 1,000. Double unto them than what they did to us. All right? So once the missiles hit, that's the beginning of their judgment. That's their downfall. That's Esau, Lucifer, falling like lightning to the earth. All right? Let's keep going. That was it on that right here. Chaldeans, land of the Chaldeans? Yeah.
Back to Joel. Chapter 2.
Yeah, come on.
It's Joel chapter 2, verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the light, neither shall be any more after it.
Right, so you're talking about those missiles, all right? An army of AI technology, of missiles that can travel around the whole earth over and over again until it hits its target. Missiles that can shoot by a nation like right now, and nobody have an idea that it even happened. Missiles that can shoot from one end of the earth and go kilometers in a matter of minutes. You know? Supersonic missiles that go faster than damn sound, speed of sound, right? That's crazy, man. That's what the Lord gave to these nations to give themselves a swift destruction.
He said gonna burn with fervent heat. What's that? That's that nuclear fallout, radiation. It's gonna be destroyed in 1 hour. Right. He said gonna burn. Eyes gonna burn in their head. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Right.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Right. What's that? An atom? That's an atom bomb. All right. And what happened in World War II? They split the atom. When they split it apart, that caused an explosion that's enough to destroy a whole city. And that left out what? Radiation. And it burned people upon their feet. And the first thing that burned away and melted was the organs.
Soft tissue.
Soft tissue and stuff, yeah. The skin, the tissue, the tongue, the eyes, the organs inside. It was so bright that they could see the bones in somebody's body like an x-ray. But that's what it sent out. It sent out x-ray.
And if you was far enough away from it to not feel its, if you were far enough away from it to not feel its effects, but you looked at it, you'll go blind.
They'll go blind. That's right, and it burned their shadows into the ground. That was the Lord doing that. It showed proof that they were standing upon their feet, and they burned upon their feet. All right. So he said, yeah, if you look back, you're gonna be a salt pillar, just like Lot's wife, standing upon your feet, charred, crisp. All right. Go ahead,
Joel.
I think you still got one.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
There you go. So that's prophecy, man. World War I already happened. World War II already happened. Now we just gotta wait for that number 3, Quattro, right?
Third time the charm.
We're gonna do
Tres. Dijo 4.
All right.
3 of them.
Go ahead and read that.
And it's Joel, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right, so these missiles, that's why they say the power is in their mouth. And they're gonna shoot out fire. That's the warheads. You know, so their power is in their mouth, and behind them what?
It says, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right, and behind them. Come on, man, that's clearly a missile. You know, they travel with nuclear energy, nuclear fire shooting from the back of it. That can carry it and catapult it, and then they decouple the warhead, and the warheads fall down to the ground and blow up everything. Go ahead, what it's gonna do?
It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
Right, you seen a video of a demonstration from Russia showing Florida, like a garden before it, right? The floral garden, America. Go ahead.
It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
That's right, man.
Yea, and nothing shall escape them.
That's right, a desert. That word wilderness just means desert. So behind them, it's gonna be the turning of the page. You know, you got all these damn tricks you can do with the apps and shit. They be like, boom, that shit just changed. That's what the Lord gonna do to this place. One minute they're gonna be looking, it's all beautiful, everybody partying. You know, snap his finger. Next thing you know, it's done. You know, this shit gonna look like hell itself. It's gonna look like it.
Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
Right, because we know this is hell, but, you know, they still got it beautified. You know, they got yachts and beautiful ass hotels and mansions and shit. You know, people partying and celebrating, marrying and giving in marriage. But yeah, man, so the Lord gonna take the mask off this place. He's gonna pull up the skirt on this place. Go ahead, brother, and show the shame of it.
Joel chapter 2, verse 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run.
Right, so they're gonna be controlled, and they're gonna march right to their damn orders. They're gonna march right to their destination. And the Lord said when they get shot, they're not gonna miss.
Like the noise of chariots.
Right, so the Lord even said he's gonna put his spirit in the fire.
Verse 5. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains, so shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble as a strong people set in battle array.
Done, man. Yep. So yeah, they're gonna destroy their armies. And then you got go ahead, keep going. It's fucking cold, freezing my damn brain up.
Verse 6, Joel 2.
Yep.
Before their face, the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness.
Oh, yep. Nuclear fallout. They're gonna get burnt. You know, they're gonna see the missiles, and it's like a shadow gonna come over them. It's gonna be so damn huge. You know, our arrows shall blot out the sun.
The Parthian shot.
Like the Parthian shot, yeah.
Verse 7. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Right, so Russia said they got something called the invincible missile, the Vanguard. And that missile is nuclear powered now, and they got AI technology controlled by the satellites. And now that missile can go all around the world and not hit anything until it hit its target. So they can fly low. They don't have to go outside the Earth. You know, they don't have to go outside the Earth and come back in. They can just go from continent to continent and then zoom all through this joint.
Hey, Con, and if I may, hey, that missile too is just like a race car, man. It's controlled by a damn joystick, pretty much, man. It can go past any defensive system. So you got your what is called metal domes, whatever the case may be. Once that missile coming, y'all shoot that bitch go. You gonna think it's a plane or something, man. You're not gonna be able to touch it, you know.
Real quick, we buck a shot. And it's gonna also be like getting attacked by a fleet of hornets. You know how those hornets chase you until they get their target? And that's just how those missiles gonna be, man. They gonna hit their mark.
Just like the Lord brought, yeah, like the Lord brought them hornets on them Canaanites.
Precept.
Yep. Go ahead, brother.
This is Amos 5 and 18. It says, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." And so that day of darkness is coming, man. And it's not gonna be no good times, man. It's gonna be some bad times, man. Some evil times, man.
All right, World War III. That's right, man. So we're showing prophecy in the scriptures of one woe, the second woe, going into the third woe, man. All right, you should have faith that these things are going to come to pass, man. The Lord already brought. He said, when you see part of these signs pass, we already seen them pass. You know, we can watch videos on World War I and World War II. All right, go ahead, precept, Gabar.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, verse 3.
Yep.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, I will not meet thee as a man.
Right, so that's the Lord showing up. The Lord gonna take his vengeance. And when he say he's not gonna meet him as a man, meaning he's not gonna show up to talk. He's showing up with what? He's gonna destroy him with the brightness of his coming. You know, the word of his mouth, because we already speaking. That's the word of his mouth, consuming him. And he's gonna destroy him with the brightness of his arrival. All right? And either way, he coming in spiritual form, man, with all that power and glory. All right, like a conquering lion. You see that? All right, let's keep going, man. Go ahead, Tony.
It's the book of Ezekiel 2 and 9. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations, mournings, and woe.
There you go, man. Woo! Come on with it. Lamentation, the crying out of our people and suffering, and the cries that these heathens gonna have. He said mournings of us mourning for Yahushua, of these nations that's gonna be mourning, right? And woe, destruction. World War III. And it's written in the scriptures, man. That's the only place you can find it. You can't go to the Quran and find it. They're gonna tell you how to iron your clothes better. You can't go to the keeping Negas, they're gonna tell you how to be dreadful. You can't go to the Christians, they're gonna teach you how to dance and pass out at the pulpit.
Emotional, euphoric,
quagmire.
Yeah. Good at prep talk.
You know? So let's get back to Revelation 9. No, you got a precept. Yeah. You have me too, right?
Joel 2.
Still more? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. Maybe we could do Revelation 9 and we go back and forth. All right, go ahead.
It's Luke chapter 17, verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in those days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given into marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. And that's how it's gonna be here in America. Like the elder was saying, how those people they weren't trembling at all. They were just on their phone, dog, you know, shit, just chilling. And that's how it's gonna be.
Hey, may I add on to that, all right? Because they were like possibly Moabites or Ammonites. And over there in China, they already got their system set up according to their New World Order. And if you see those so-called Chinese Moab over here in Americas, that's because they're basically applying to their new system, because they have to have good credit and they have to be like good in behavior and all that to even travel over to the Americas. So that shows that delusion state that they're in. They're basically just robots, man. And that's what the Lord is doing to the people here. Being China, being that precursor of that system being set up that they're trying to set up over here in America.
All right, the Lord rocking you people to sleep, man.
Right. That's why he called Moab, the Chinese. The Lord called them his wash pot. But he said over Edom shall he cast his shoe. But he said the Moabites, the Chinese, they just a wash pot. What do you do with a wash pot in a royal setting? A wash pot is the lowest degree of something that's used, a utensil. And it gathers all the filth. It becomes filthy. So that's why you know about them. People know not to eat in their restaurants and stuff like that. You know, they were the original inventor of the rat, cat, dog. You know, the meal.
The scriptures speak on how they spoil when they haven't been emptied from vessel to vessel, like generation to generation. Just like Esau tried to heap on to him all things and pass it on to his generations behind him. All right, that's just like Moab, man.
What do you say? You say, trust not thy enemy, right? And you trust not the enemy, you'll see that their wickedness is not wiped away. Just like the Moabites, that hatred and that abominable culture that they have is still with them. They still worshiping Molech. They still on that atheism shit. You know? All right, so yeah, man, they the ones saying you can't even populate.
Right.
They said one child per house, one heartbeat a house per room.
If you get a girl, then you can get it. If you have a girl first, then you can come back and have a boy.
Right.
Right.
Now they're trying to bring that here to America. When you get an apartment, they own that a little bit. One heartbeat per room and all that. All right. So yeah, man. Where was it? Revelation 9. Yeah, Revelation 9.
Revelation 9:17. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them, having breastplates of fire, and of jacinth and brimstone, and the heads of the horses were as the heads of lions, and out of their mouth issued fire, and smoke, and brimstone. By these three was the third part of men killed by the fire.
Right, the third part of men represent wicked. All right, by these were the wicked destroyed. All right.
By these were the third part of man killed.
Right. They should say red dirt. Oh shit.
By the fire, by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issued out of their mouth.
Right, man. See, yep. What does the word Esau mean? Red. Go ahead, brother.
In verse 19.
That's Edom. Esau means wasted away.
For their power is in their mouth and in their tails.
Right. So the power is in their mouth and in their tails, man. That's a missile. They're gonna be able to be shot from one country to the next.
For their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt.
Right. So their tail was like serpents, meaning like that. It's shooting like this through the air. And then what's that? You said in the mouth, right? If you look at that word mouth, it means what? The edge of a weapon. All right. So their power is in their mouth. If you look at, we don't have to get it, but if we do, it's gonna say what? The edge of a sharp edge of a weapon. All right. And that make you picture the edge of that missile. Missile, nuclear warheads. Go ahead, brother.
This Revelations 8 and verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter.
That's right, man. So so that's just it, man. Okay, so that wormwood is the what? The ICBM'S. And if you look at them, when they shoot the missiles in the sky at night, they look like stars. You know, they look like stars shooting across. Imagine John the Revelator seeing this in the ancient times. Never saw a plane before, never even heard of it, none of that. All right, he saw these things flying in the sky, coming down on the earth, and just destroying shit and shaking the earth. What's that? The earth shall reel to and fro. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casting her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island removed out of their places. And the kings of the earth and the great man, and the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens of the rocks and in the mountains, and said unto the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and the wrath of the Lamb.
There you go, man. See, that's clear. All right. So, yep. Can you go back a little bit? I just want to hear one part. Catch it.
The stars are heavy.
Right. So there you go. They're gonna fall. Those missiles not gonna be just one. The brother just read it, and it said wormwood, a star. But the brother Barak just read it as well, and it said many of them, like figs on a tree. See that? So there's gonna be a bunch of them. You look at a fig tree, you can't count on the figs on it. But the Lord, John the Revelator said he heard the number. They told him the number, man. And there's 200 million. 200 million of them. All right. So yeah, man, all the way from World War I, this we done went into what? World War II, and now we're gonna kind of transition the rest of the scripture into World War III. You got a precept? You got something? No, you done, right?
I got a precept. To and fro, real to and fro.
Yeah.
It ain't Isaiah, but it's
Okay.
it's Joel chapter 2, verse 10. It says, the earth shall quake before them, and the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Right, man. So the earth, the heavens shall tremble before them, man. What's that? The elements gonna melt. All right, with fervent heat. And he said the earth going what? Shake? Man, that's the earth reeling to and fro. Somebody got that?
This is Isaiah 24 and 20. The earth shall reel to and fro
Man.
like a drunkard.
Right, and the Most High got the earth fixed in a place, man. He got it perfectly set in the Shemayim. But he gonna allow the earth to be shook one good time. It's gonna ring the bells at this place. Go ahead.
It says, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
Right, so that's talking about who? Esau. All right, in their kingdom. New heaven and the new earth. The Lord gonna rise terribly to shake the heavens and the earth. All right, to destroy Esau's rulership. And they shall never rise again. We don't even, saying it don't even, it's like, yeah, never rise again. Never. All right? We can't imagine that. A nation of people just never existing on this earth. I got a couple other nations I can think about that should be wiped out. Come here. All right. Yeah, man, I mean, just backwards. That's how they say come here and shit.
Got you going like,
yeah. You know, so where we at?
I still got 2 more verses in Revelation.
Revelation 9?
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna go into 10 too, bro.
All right, Revelation 9 and 20.
Right, because 10 is beautiful too, man. Because you go from Revelation 9, it breaks down Revelation World War I and World War II. And then if you go into Revelation 10, it's like an intermission. The intro to World War III. It's like it happens in heaven first. The ceremony, and then it happens in World War III upon the earth. All right?
All right, Revelation 9 and 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols, and of gold and silver, and brass and stone, and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk.
Right, that's talking about who? Our forefathers. You know, our great-grandparents and all them. They were still being wicked. After World War I and World War II, that's why I set up a couple verses. What does it say right here? Verse 12.
All right. Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 more woes hereafter.
There you go. So after those, the First World War and Second World War, you still have people that were still caught in their wickedness, man. All right, now idolatry. Now the Lord has what? He has woken up their children. Sent Abba Bivens during the time of the 1960s. all right, after World War II, to return the hearts of the children to the fathers and the hearts of the fathers to the children. All right? So that was set up for Elijah to do. Now, you want to finish? You want to bring that up? Joel 2? Yeah.
You want to get to which one?
Huh?
You want to pick up what I left off of?
Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go there too with you. This is
All right, this is Joel chapter 2, verse 7. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march every one on his way. And they shall not break their ranks.
right. They're gonna be like men of war dodging, cause America got the missile defenses, so they're gonna be shooting right past them. You know, going around their missile defenses, man. All right. And they got the little decoys that go off, flares that the missile's gonna hit.
If I may add on, hey, you can see like the missile, it's called the Iron Dome. There we go. The missile defense system that Israel has, man.
Yeah.
Hey, it's none effect, man. Hey, so with that being said, you still got missiles you still got bombs and shit that be hitting it over there. You know, you see it's like a big machine gun. That's not gonna suffice in that day. We got the Avant-Garde, the goddamn Satan 1, Satan 2 coming over here, man. These are nuclear missiles. Those are short-range missiles, man. You know, that's only making little detonations to mess up half this field, man. Hey, we talking about stuff that's gonna level a state, level the West Coast, the East Coast, the whole U.S., man. You know, so what can stop that, man?
That's right.
Verse 8, Joel chapter 2. It says, neither shall one thrust another, they shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. There you go.
Yep,
hey, there you go, man. The proof in the pudding, man. So, hey, when your defensive system, even if they do touch them, man, it's going to be a none effect. They still going to hit their target, man. Why? Because, hey, the spirit of the Lord is going to be in those missiles, you know. So, hey, shit, they're going to be impregnable, unstoppable,
invincible.
Come on.
Like Russia said.
Come on.
That's right, man. He said the invincible missiles. Who would have thought they'd make something like that? That took what they call it, deterrence. And after World War II, America was established through the European Union as a deterrent to Russia. And and America having those missiles was definitely a deterrent. Yep. Now, what was a deterrent from America invading Russia was that Russia had missiles, ICBM'S, during 1950. They started testing them around 1955. Now, in these times, you have the new arms race going on where Russia has surpassed America and they've beaten their plowshares into swords. And they've said now that the weak are saying they're strong, like Iran and such. And now they've surpassed America in technology and weapons advancements. All right, so now they've taken the lead in this arms race. Okay, so now America has no deterrent to stop Russia or China. Only thing they got is what? NATO. And NATO is trash. That's like a Japanese league playing against a dream team.
If I may add on, matter of fact, just like in Russia, they released the Avant-Garde, I want to say either 2018 or 2019, and then America's first ICBM intercontinental ballistic missile wasn't going into production until 2020, man, mid-2020.
Right.
You know, so it shows you how far behind they are, man, you know?
Yep, and the new advancements that they have, what they call them, hypersonic?
Gone.
They said America's not going to have that until 2024.
Gone.
Like, you 4 years behind, man?
Hey, what the Avant-Garde is, a hypersonic missile. That's the word I was looking for.
Also, if I may add on with those jets that Russia got, those new jets that can go 5,000 feet higher than a F-35, and they can take off at a slant. You know what I'm saying? They dropped those like last year.
Yep. Then they can turn around in mid-air. Man, they're the ones the chariot's gonna have fun with. They ain't gonna have fun with America. They're gonna be yawning. Yeah, they're gonna have fun with China and Russia, man, with their technology, destroying them. You know. We done with that one, right? All right, let's get back to that. Oh, somebody want to take off on Revelation 10? Let's go into this now. Yeah, I guess we're transitioning. We're going into Revelation 10 now. Maybe we should stop it.
Take time, Pastor.
Take time. Take time.
Verse 1.
Huh?
Revelation 10, verse 1.
Yeah, it's just like an intermission, man. And you'll see. This is something that happened in the heavens.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 10, starting at verse 1.
Right.
And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head. And his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire.
Right, so what is that talking about? That's talking about an angel that was inside of a chariot. And that word pillars just means the floor. All right, and it looked like fire. So what's that? That's the cloud by day, fire by night. And there was an angel in that chariot, just like it speaks of in Ezekiel. All right, go ahead, brother. So yeah, he like a rainbow around it. It looked like a rainbow.
And he had in his hand a little book open, and he sat his right foot upon the sea, and his left foot on the earth.
Right, what's that little book? That's the scroll, that's the scriptures. All right, that was the roll of the book. All right, go ahead, brother.
And cried with a loud voice as when a lion roared. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write.
Right, see that? He was about to write it. When he heard these angels talking, so it's still stuff that we haven't even heard yet. It's some stuff that we, see the scriptures say, we say we get an unction. Somebody know what that's at? We got an unction. Unction of the Lord. We'll get that real quick. Whoever get it first.
First John 2:20.
Come on, brother. All right, he get it. No, we gotta get it. Is it 2 or something? 20. All right, whoever get it first.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is of the truth.
Right, so we know everything according to the Lord's will. All right, according to the prophecy. That's why he said the Spirit of the Lord is the Spirit of prophecy. And according to our salvation. But we don't need to know everything. He's going to tell us everything in the kingdom. John 15:15. All right, so we know everything according to our salvation that we need to know. All right, so he's not, what's that, seek out not things too high for thee?
15:15.
Yeah, John 15:15.
Come on. This is St. John chapter 15, verse 15.
Yep, seek out not things too high for thee or something.
It says, henceforth I call you not servants.
Right, so the Lord said soon we're not going to be servants anymore, just servants. What are we called?
Friends.
Right, he said he's going to call us friends, which was his brothers, which makes us kings and inheritance of a kingdom. All right, having heirs. What's that? Galatians 4:1. Babako Shah. Yeah, real quick. Oh, yeah.
It's Galatians chapter 4 and verse 1. Now I say that the heirs, as long as he is a child, differ in nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all.
See that? All right, so we were children. Under the law, we were just servants, right? Go ahead. Now we're children. We're brothers to the Lord again. All right? Yahweh is our Father again. Go ahead.
But is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father.
There you go, man. All right. Yep, come on with it.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 21. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength.
That's right, man. All right, so, yeah, that's right. Yep, so we're not supposed to seek out things that are above our strength. So there's still some things that we don't know yet. All right, but the operations of the heavens, how we got here, the Lord told us that in the scriptures. The operations of the body and the atomic makeup of the body or whatever. Go ahead.
This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 9. For we know in part and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away.
There you go. Come man, Kyle Lion, like how about Shimon Shai? We're gonna know everything. All right. Right now we know what we need to know. All right, for salvation, man, and that still makes us special, like Apostle Gabar video was talking about. You know. All right, go ahead. Somebody got where we was at?
Revelation. All right, back at Revelations, chapter 10, verse 3, and cried with a loud voice, as when a lion roared. And when he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices. And when the 7 thunders had uttered their voices, I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not.
That's right, man. So don't write them, you know. He's supposed to keep them secret. Acts 2 and 28. Right, man. Wait. Yep, 2 and 28. All right, because the Lord made known to us everything we need to know according to what? Life. According to salvation. Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 28. Woo! Thou hast made known to me the ways of life. Thou shalt make me full of joy with thy countenance.
Woo! Ain't that something? So the Lord is going to lead us all the way to him. The Lord is going to lead us all the way to his feet. You know? So he promised us that. He's going to make us joyful with his countenance when we're able to see him, man. All right? Because you don't want to be found of him in shame when he shows up. So he blessed us to be able to be found of him in life. His name to be written in the book of life. So he showed us everything according to that. All right? To get us there. In the kingdom, he's going to tell us about everything. Every animal, every spirit, every reason, you know? He gonna give us endless wisdom. Somebody got precept down there? Go ahead, brother. I thought I heard somebody say it.
And this is the book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 25. And this is the promise that he hath promised us, even eternal life. These things have I written unto you concerning them that seduce you. But the anointing which ye have received of him abideth in you. And ye need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointed teacheth you of all things, and is truth, and is no lie, and even as it have taught you, ye shall abide in him.
There you go, man. That's talking about the foundation. We don't need anybody out here in this world to bring nothing new, no new doctrine, nothing new that he can build upon the foundation. All right, everything's already written, basically. And we're supposed to follow this. You know, you're gonna have teachers, but they're gonna teach you from this. All right, we don't need to be taught man's wisdom. You see that? All right. Anything I missed on that point? I feel like I missed a point on that.
Got one more verse.
Okay.
Verse 28, and now little children abide in him, that when he shall appear, we shall have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming.
Come, brother.
The confidence point.
There you go. That's your part, man. But the Lord gonna lead us unto life. All right. So he said, yeah, some things we're gonna know about, some things we're not gonna know about. But the things we do know, it pertains to our salvation.
Precept.
All right. And being confident, being faithful. When Yahweh shows up, he said, shall I find faith on earth? You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 21. And all such things as are either secret or manifest, them I know, for wisdom which is the worker of all things taught me. For in her is an understanding spirit, holy one, manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving, the thing that is good, quick, which cannot be letted, ready to do good. So come, man, just like the elder was saying, man, hey, those things that are manifest to us, those things that we know, are what's given to us to know for salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? So with wisdom, hey, it teaches things that, boy, it's cool. It teaches us the things that are ready to do good, which is get out here and present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man. Which is another thing. Hey, be instant in season and out of season, you know? Ain't shit, because it's cold as hell out here, man. We show faith that we have in the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We show us faith that we have in these scriptures, man. You know?
That's right, man. And it's not being overly righteous, you know? We come prepared, man. We bring garlic and herbs and stuff out here for us. And tea, you know what I mean?
Plus, this is but a little thing when it comes to the kingdom.
Yeah, that's right.
Light affliction.
This is a light affliction, man. Okay?
Just a little cold.
Compared to the reward that we're fighting for. All right. That's right. So let's keep going with Revelation 10, and we'll end it on this.
It's back at the book of Revelations, chapter 10, verse 5. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven and swear by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are.
Right. So who you think that is? Let's go to Daniel chapter 12, I think it is. All right, this is when Daniel was about to transition into the spirit realm. If you understand Daniel,
You said 10?
I think it's Daniel. I said 12, didn't I? Ain't no 12, is it? All right. Making up a
Daniel chapter 10.
Daniel 42.
Daniel
12. Where it says the angels standing on the water. Oh, I'm trying to get to it. 1 second, my bad, man. You saw the angel.
Bank of the river.
Yeah, you see it?
Yeah.
Where is that?
12 and 4.
All right, 12 and 4.
This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4.
No, that's 11 and 4, right? No, 12 and 4.
Okay. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4.
Right, this matches up with Revelation, man. He told him to seal up the book. Check this out.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end.
Right, so who broke the seals? Yahushua. All right, Yahushua broke the seals. The Lord used Daniel to seal up the book, but Yahushua was able to open the seals and reveal them to us.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood two.
Oh, wait. So many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And this is the time where the knowledge is being increased, and many run to and fro with planes, ships, right? Knowledge is increased through the internet. All right, and he said in that time, that's when the seals are going to be broken and open again. All right, so seal up the book until the time of the end, and that's right now. Okay, we're reading about one of the seals, which was World War I and World War II. Go ahead, good brother.
Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river.
That's right.
And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river.
Right, so it was an angel on this side, and there was an angel on that side standing there on the river, and there was another angel standing walking on water. Who that sound like? Yahushua. All right, and it's gonna show proof that that's Yahushua right there that came to visit Daniel. Cause you can go to Daniel chapter 10. 10 and 5, I think.
Okay, you want to get it now?
Yep, maybe 4.
All right, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 5.
Yep.
Then I lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl.
Right, so he had a green garment, all right, a sapphire garment. That matches up with Revelations chapter 1 and 13. All right, the Son of Man, Yahushua.
In his face as the appearance of lightning.
Right, because the scriptures say wisdom causeth a man's face to shine. And he wasn't even in his physical body yet. He was in a spiritual form right here. The same way he came to Moses and Abraham. All right, as an angel.
In his eyes as lamps of fire.
Right, man, this Yahushua, man, he was back then. Because he basically came from the right hand of the Father. Now he's going back to the right hand of the Father as he is now, and he's going to be exalted. Now he's already exalted. Go ahead.
In his arms, in his feet, like in color to polished brass.
That's right.
and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude.
Right, so that's Yahushua that came to visit Daniel right before Daniel transitioned into the spirit realm. All right, and we're going to show proof that Daniel 12 speaks about Daniel going into the spirit realm after that. So you going to bring your precept up? You want to wait a little bit? Okay, go ahead, Daniel. 12.
Verse Daniel 12:7.
Yep.
And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters, which was upon the waters of the river.
Right, the same one from Daniel 10, 5, and 6. It's the same one in Daniel 12. Go ahead.
When he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven.
Right, he held up both hands. He held up both hands unto heaven. So that's not talking about Yahweh right there. That's talking about who? Yahushua. He held them up to heaven for what? Go ahead.
And swear by him that liveth forever.
So what? That's Yahushua. He was able to swear by him that liveth forever. Go ahead.
Swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and in half, and when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished.
There you go. So the Lord accomplished that in 70 AD. All right, where he anointed the most holy through Yahushua. Okay, that goes with Daniel chapter 9 and 24. From the time of our downfall at 586 all the way up until 70 AD. All right, and the Lord has truly scattered us. He scattered us during the time of Babylon, but we still knew who we were. Now he scattered us around the four corners of the earth through Esau. All right, he scattered the holy people. That's talking about Yahushua. He accomplished it. And now he said he scattered us. Now he's going to bring us back. All right. That was in on that. Yeah, keep going.
All right. Verse 8. And I heard, but I understood not. Then said I.
So he heard and he understood not. He didn't understand unless the Lord gave him understanding. Go ahead.
Oh my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the end of the time.
Right, Daniel was about to die at that point, right? I think he transitioned into the heavens around 537 or 536 BC. He was able to see the altar get built after Cyrus the Great told us to come back in 538. All right, come back to Babylon. To Jerusalem from Babylon. Go ahead. So Daniel lived that long. He lived 2 trimesters, man. He was able to see our captivity and under the Babylonians, the Assyrians, and also to see us go under Cyrus the Great. All right.
Verse 10 of chapter 12 of Daniel. Many shall be purified and made white and tried.
Right, so now we're being purified through the Lord's word, all right, through his scriptures, and made white.
But the wicked shall do wickedly.
Right, and we're going to be tried.
Come.
And the trial is here. The trial is at the door.
But the wicked shall do wickedly.
Right, so the wicked are going to be wicked, but the righteous that walk with Yahushua, that were on the right hand of the Father, with Yahushua, now we're going to go back to that, where our original seat, but we're going to be glorified. All right? And he said, what?
And none of the wicked shall understand.
So
with the what?
Yeah, I'm going to stop you a lot.
Come on.
So none of the wicked shall understand, man. All right? You see that? So if they can't get it, they can't understand this because they part of that wicked that's set up to be destroyed and to feel the flames of the fire, man, the nuclear fire. Go ahead, brother.
But the wise shall understand.
All right, the wise, man. All right, go ahead.
And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he that waited.
Right, that's talking about who? That's talking about 70 AD. Titus and Vespasian. All right, that was called the Battle of the Jewish-Roman Wars. You know, it went from, I think, 66 AD all the way to 73 AD. Go ahead.
Blessed is he that waiteth and cometh to the 1,305 and 30 days.
Right, that'd be like 75 AD. All right, that's when they started pushing that peace treaty again with Jerusalem. The Roman Empire, they let up off us a little bit. Okay? And people were able to live with some type of dignity. You know? They started trying to create peace in the Roman Empire. You know, it wasn't about us, but they wanted to kind of quench all the wars.
Verse 13.
So that's why the Lord told us to flee to the Judean hills. All right? But then you still had idiots that went the opposite direction, and they went to Masada. And they wound up having to do a suicide pact. And guess what their name was? Sakari. Ain't that something? They ran to Masada, which is in the opposite direction, something that Herod built. But the Lord told us, he said, yo, flee to the Judean hills, go this way. And through that way, we're gonna have, the Lord had people that would take care of us. He said the earth helped the woman. All right, so we have people in Egypt and all these different places that took us in and helped us.
And also, it's going to be the same time in these times too, man. You got Nate the Snake saying, "Hey, shit, let's go to the wilderness." When it tells you that Esau made the whole world the wilderness, man. And also in the book of Revelation, it tells you, "Hey, it says the Lord is not in the wilderness. If it's not the wilderness, it's the word desert." You know what I'm saying? So basically, hey, they let you know that the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not in the wilderness, man. You got Proverbs 18:10 that says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe, man. Which differentiates the righteous from the wicked, man. Right. The righteous from the unrighteous. So what the righteous going to do, we're going to run and call upon the name of the Lord, man. Into that strong tower, you know, when that destruction, that tribulation comes.
Come on, brother. That's right, man. Not into the damn woods like Esau.
Keep going.
Let's keep going.
Verse 13, last verse of chapter 12 of Daniel.
Right.
But go thou thy way till the end be, for thou shalt rest and stand in the light at the end of the days.
Come on with it. So right there, he was telling Daniel that Daniel was about to transition into the spirit realm. All right. So Daniel died a little bit after that, and he said, "What?
Read again.
You're gonna stand again in the end of days." So Daniel's back here on the earth, man. You know, Danya Allah, the judge of power, judge of the Most High. That's what Danya Allah means. All right, God-like judge. All right, powerful judge. Let's get back to this now. Revelation 10.
All right, it's back at the book of Revelations, chapter 10 and verse 5. And the angel which I saw stand upon the sea and upon the earth lifted up his hand to heaven and swear by him that liveth forever and ever, who created heaven and the things that therein are, and the earth, and that the things that therein are, and the sea, and the things which are therein, that there shall be time no longer.
Ooh, right? The Lord can't wait no longer. I'm tired of it, man. He said that wickedness have reached into the heavens. The Lord is he tired of it now, man. All right? And that's just it. The Lord ready to deliver his people. He ready to get that praise he deserves. You know? So that's who that was, that angel that gonna come down in the chariot. All right? And swearing by him that liveth forever. It's talking about Yahushua. Go ahead, brother.
But in the days of the voice of the seventh angel, when he shall begin to sound.
Right. Yep, we in the time of the seventh angel, man. Right. What's that? World War III. Go ahead.
The mystery of Yahweh should be finished as he have declared to his servants, the prophets.
There you go. So now we in the time where the mystery is not going to be a mystery anymore. We seen World War I. We seen World War II. They thought that was it. Now it's going to be World War III. And all this prophecy is going to be finished. Even the MOTB. And the elect are going to be shown. He said, then shall you know who are my chosen. All right, that's the end of the race. You know, the finish line, like right there at that point. You got a wall of fire to get through, but the finish line gonna be right there. All right, and that's the chariots. He said the elect shall scarcely be saved, man. All right, he's gonna pull the elect through the fire. All right, go ahead. Any precepts? Let's run them all real quick.
Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, I'll start at verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have made plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs.
There you go. So he made the beginning of America with powerful works and wonders, you know? And now the Lord is going to destroy this place with what? Effects, special effects, spiritual power, and signs, man. All right, and cause and effect as well. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is the book of Psalms 149 and 4.
Yep.
It says, for the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Wow.
It says, let the saints be
What does it mean to be beautified?
glorified.
Glorifying us, man. All right, there you go, giving us new bodies with the laws written in our inward part, making us perfect. That's right, man. Go ahead, brother.
God, it says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds.
Right, the saints. The saints are the ones that's waiting for Esau to go into slavery.
It says, let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth.
That's right, man. So you're gonna be on your bed like the Prince of Zamunda. What's his name? Hakeem. And you had the woman in there. Ooh, ooh. She's like, I'll do whatever you want and shit. Whatever you like. You're gonna wake up, but you ain't gonna be waking up just being a NIGGA like Eddie Murphy was being in that movie, selling out to Jake woman Eve, letting her run all over him and shit, denouncing his royal throne. We ain't gonna do that. You know, it's gonna be get down and lay down. That's what it's gonna be for the women. It ain't gonna be get down or lay down. It's gonna be get down and lay down. All right. Go ahead. So we're gonna wake up and loud upon our beds, chilling. What kind of bed it's gonna be? Who knows, man? You probably. Our mind's limited. You probably thinking about some quilt from Walmart or something. That's probably the first your mind could think. But yeah, like a Tempur-Pedic. It's gonna be something we can't imagine, man. The Lord got beds already for us. He got a mansion according to your heart. He knows your spirit, what your spirit likes and was made for it. He got planets that are fit to your liking, man. He said gonna make everything more to your liking. All right, let's get it, brother. Hey, yeah.
Verse
this
6.
a little side note, man. Ignore the cold, y'all. Trust me.
It says,
you'll warm up.
It says, let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yep, that's right, man. So the high praises of the Lord gonna be in our mouth. So we ain't gonna have the book no more. We're gonna be the book. We're gonna be the living word. All right? And we're gonna have a sword in our hand. You're gonna have your own sword that you're gonna have with you forever. And your crown. All right, because Yahushua got the same thing. He said he's gonna show up with a two-edged sword in his hand. He got the top sword, Shogun.
It says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punish.
Because he said we're gonna. He said now shall begin the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which is like unto fire. You see that? And we're gonna be that fire. The Lord gonna use the men of the Lord in the kingdom to execute His judgments on a daily basis. Hey, so and so need about 10 slices today. And lashings. Give them some. Get them whips. Get your golden staff. I want you to break this side of his skull. You know, and leave him like that, like a maimed dog and shit. Go ahead, like a roe that no man taketh up. You know, like a deer that got mangled by a lion and just running with one leg. Go ahead, brother.
God, it says to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna be binding them with chains, man. Think about that. You gotta slow that down in your mind. We're gonna bind their kings with chains. So you gotta think about all their leaders and their kings from the beginning of time. You know?
And their nobles with feathers of iron.
Yeah, and their nobles with feathers of iron. They're gonna need a double chain on their wicked behind. You're gonna say, nah, we're gonna have to double up. Get them the ball and chain. Cause they might try to break free. The Rothschilds, they slicking oil. Go ahead, brother.
God says to execute upon them the judgment written.
No, go ahead.
It says this honor have all his saints praise ye the Lord.
Right, so the Lord gonna bless us and have mercy on us to execute these judgments upon these nations. Not according to our will, but he said what? We're gonna do according to his anger in the kingdom. And he got a lot of anger. He said he gonna be angry with what's that, war with Amalek? Yep, somebody grab that.
That's Exodus something.
Yep. Bigger can, whoever can get it. Woo! So he said he always gonna have war with Amalek. You know, he in the scripture say he's angry with the wicked every day. So his anger is like built up. That's right. In the day, 1,000 years is a day to the Lord.
17, 16.
So in the kingdom, he ain't gonna vent that anger out real quick. He might say, yo, I'm gonna vent this anger out. It's gonna take me like a day to do it. But to our day, it's like 1,000 years.
You said 17 to 16?
So Esau got 1,000 years to deal with the Lord's anger.
This is Exodus chapter 17 and verse 16.
Right, we had to deal with the Lord's anger for 500 years.
For he said, because the Lord has sworn that he will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Ooh, ain't that something? The Lord is angry with the wicked every day. And he said he's going to have war with them. He's even battling them now through the Spirit.
Psalm 7.
As we speak, literally. Right, so the Lord is going to have war with them from generation to generation, meaning forever. Even in the kingdom, the Lord going to war against them, man.
Yeah, I got it.
That's right, man. Even when the Lord glorified, he's still going to go to war with them. Like, he ain't gonna let up a little bit. He's going to go hard the whole time.
This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 10. My defense is of Yahweh, which saveth the upright in heart. Yahweh judges the righteous.
Right. You got to be upright in heart. Yeah, we're not perfect in keeping the laws, but you got to be upright in heart, in your laws, in your beliefs. Go ahead.
And Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
That's right, man. So the Lord is angry every day. And even in the kingdom, he going to be angry every day. until Esau's off the damn earth, man. Yeah, utterly consumed, man.
If he turn not, he will whet his sword. He has bent his bow and made it ready. He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death, and he ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors. Persecutors.
Right.
Oh, so basically that's the judgment for the wicked, man. And he's angry with them every day. So every day that goes by that we sit here and suffer, the suffering that we're going to go through, that we're going through, he gets more pissed off every day. And the Lord is waiting for the calling, or waiting for him, for the Yahweh to say, go ahead.
That's right, man.
That's what he's waiting on.
Wait.
Hey, if I may add on too, it's like, hey, scripture says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, man. So, hey, what more by us being oppressed, we can send those prayers up to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, it's making him angry too as well, man. Why? By seeing us going through this, man. By seeing us going through this hell, by him seeing his friends being put through this captivity that we're in.
That's right, man.
You know?
The persecution.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what we're all looking for.
Esau's the persecutor. All right, precept. Go ahead, bro.
This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8.
Go back to this.
Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations that I will pour, that I may assemble, Salaki, the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger.
Wow.
For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
Oh, man. Yep.
So the Lord said we gotta wait. So we're gonna wait on him, and once he rises up, that's when the Lord gonna put the screws to, Esau. And he also gonna break these other nations and beat them down to powder as well.
That's right, man.
And the whole earth is gonna know Yahweh shot.
Right, he said he's gonna rule with a rod of iron. I mean, as strict as Esau was being to us, that's nothing compared to how Yahweh shall gonna be to them. Go ahead, brother.
This Revelation chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as a vessel of a potter that Salakia. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
Right. That's the same thing the Most High said to Yahushua. Now Yahushua said He's gonna give that same ability to us. Go ahead, brother.
Even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star.
There you go. That means He's gonna give us Himself. He is the morning star. All right. He's gonna give us what? Pure wisdom. All right. He said we prophesy in part, we know in part. But in the kingdom, we're gonna have the morning star. All right.
And it also says when He shows up, we shall be like He is.
Right, man.
And what is the first thing He? What is the first thing He did when he as He was resurrected and He showed Himself to the apostles? He made known all things to them. From that point.
That's right. So when He showed up this time, He's gonna make all things known. Everything, it's things we can't even imagine. There's so much we don't know about, man. The spirit realm, the animals on this earth, other things that the Most High like. You know what I'm saying?
And think about it, like when the elder had brought out the lesson where he had made spaces pavilion, like having this floating in the middle of the air. If you think about it, Esau tried to manipulate that same thing with Thor, with Asgard. You know, they think they have an imagination based upon, but if you think about it, our imagination was kind of taken away because of our suffering. All right, so now we like Paul said, when he went up to the fourth heaven, like he saw things that he can't even utter. You know, and so there's no.
He went to the third heaven.
It's like third heaven.
Yep.
So we don't even know what Yahushua has planned for us, man.
Yep, that's right, brother. Yeah, he in the fourth dimension, the third heaven.
Come.
That's right, brother. Where we at now? Let's finish this up in Revelation 10.
Come. All right, it's back at the book of Revelations, chapter 10 and verse 8. And the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again and said, Go and take the little book which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth.
Go ahead, just like He told Ezekiel. All right? And the same thing He told John the Revelator. Go ahead.
And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter.
Right, same thing He told Ezekiel. He told him to take the book out of the hand. And that hand was an angel. All right, that'll help you understand Ezekiel better. That scripture. And what he say? When you eat it shall become bitter, right? Because once you come into this truth, you find out you're an Israelite, you happy like you just ate a bunch of honey. You get excited. But you always tell somebody I'm an Israelite. Hey, I'm an Israelite. You know you're an Israelite? And that's where everybody turn on you. You start to lose things. You lose your family. You lose your friends. And that's a beautiful thing because that's a separation. What does the word holy mean? To be separate. All right? So you got to be willing to lose everything to gain the kingdom. You know? And now, do you have to lose your woman? No. But you may lose her once she start hearing about these scriptures. Once she starts seeing that you got to do the work. Once she starts seeing that you may lose your job by not cutting your beard, not being able to work on Saturdays or the days that people teach. Once the women find out that a man can have more than one wife, you're gonna lose her. You're gonna lose her unless she's a believer. All right? You know? So hey man, you gotta turn to the Lord. And you gotta lead your woman to the Lord. You gotta lead her to the kingdom. Not beg her to the kingdom, not entice her to the kingdom, but be the example. You know? Be the example of what you want her to be. You want her to be a servant to you, you gotta be a servant to Yahushua. All right? Because the word woman means servant. And that's what we are to the Lord. We're the woman to the Lord. All right? He's the husbandman.
Call me a delicate woman.
All right. So let's keep going.
Revelations 10 and 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
Right, and what does it mean to eat? It means to consume the book. Revelation 1 and 3. Oh, my bad, brother. Gabar.
1 and 3?
Yeah. Right, he said eat the book. What does that mean to eat? It means to consume. How do you consume a book? You read it.
All right, this is Revelations.
Right, so are you to go home and pick up a page and just open the book? I'm gonna open it anyway and see what the Lord tells me. Oh, this is what it is today. That's how they teach you in church. Or you supposed to read just one page? No. You gotta eat the whole book like your life depends on it. All right, and you're gonna need help. You're gonna need teachers. The scripture says, "Thy eyes shall see thy teachers." Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelations 1 and 3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth."
Right. So if you read this word, you're blessed. You'll be favored. It'll keep you organic. It'll keep you lively in the faith, man. You start to get doubtful or lose faith or get weak. You got brothers and you got this word. You got elders that'll keep you strong. All right, in the spirit of the Lord. The Lord said what? He said he'll come and sup with you, man. All right.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy.
Right, so if you can't read, you ain't got no excuse. You still got ears, hopefully. You know, so and those that comprehend the words of this prophecy, because you can hear it without comprehending.
And keep those things which are written therein.
Right, so once you hear this word, now comes the fight. Now comes the battle, because you got to start with yourself. All right, ain't about battling the wicked, battling Esau, all that. He said what? And keep those things. Now you got to start keeping the things that are written therein. The first battle starts with yourself. The battle of the mind, the la'ab in the Hebrew. All right, so you got to start keeping those things that are therein. What's that? The laws to the best of your ability, and keeping the righteous way, which is what? Speaking the testimony of Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. All right, and doing it correctly. Striving lawfully. All right, meaning doing it according to the rules. Go ahead, brother. He said those that keep those things therein.
Oh, Carl, it says, for the time is at hand.
For the time is at hand. What time? Judgment day. The time of Jacob's trouble, where all hell gonna break loose on these people right here. All right, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. 2/3 that don't want to get right. The Lord gonna bring hell upon all of us, and He gonna test His elect. He gonna test our metal. He gonna see if you're an alloy, a weak metal that's gonna melt in the damn fire and get weak and lose faith, or are you gold, tried in the fire, purified, you know, from the heat. Go ahead. That was it? All right, go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 8 and verse 29.
Yep.
Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to this chariot. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, and said, understandest thou what thou readest?
Right, this is Philip speaking to the Ethiopian eunuch. All right, and the Ethiopian eunuch, he was actually a Jake. All right, go ahead. He worked for the queen at that time. Go ahead, brother.
And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him.
That's right. So he couldn't read the scriptures. He was reading it, but he couldn't understand it. So he needed somebody to guide him in the book. So you can read it front to back. But according to Romans chapter 11, it say, what it say?
Let the table be made a snare.
Let that table be made a snare, man. All right, and Israel had not obtained that which they're looking for, but the election have obtained it. They found the truth and they understand it.
So you got jakes out there that want to go about it their own way.
Yep.
All right, they wear fringes at your job.
Yeah,
all right, but they got bald fades, haircuts, lineups. That's not the way. That's not the way the scriptures say it. All right, so ultimately you don't want to go off your own vain opinion. You want to go off of what's been structured, man, set up by the way of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Start with the elders and apostles, man.
Fine. Hey, scripture say learn from learning men, man. You know, so the foundation was set before you, so you go to those that reached the water before you did, man.
That's right, brother. All right, what you say, try to come up some other way?
Crept in on the way.
Yeah, try to come up some other way. You gotta go through the straight gate. There you go, brother. You gotta go through the straight gate. And the word straight means affliction. You come out here and do this work, or you try to keep the laws to the best of your ability. On the holidays here, whether you had Christmas, which is wicked. The Lord was really born in springtime. New Year's, which is the worship of Janus, a pagan idol. Halloween, all these different folly days. Now they got the wicked Valentine's Day, which was the slaughter of a bunch of people over in the Roman Empire, and a massacre of children and pedophilia. You know, and they celebrating that, and the damn heart ain't even shaped like that.
That's really
a yoni. Yeah, it's a yoni.
It's technically not a heart.
It's a vagina.
And it's technically not a heart. Because your heart is really your la'av, your mind.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. That little muscle in the chest, that just pump blood. All right. So where we at? Come on, brother.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber.
Right. So you got to do it the way the Lord said you got. The way the Lord said you got to do it. You can't do it the way you learned in church. You got to pour that old bottle out to fill it up with the true wine. All right. You got to do it the way the Lord said it. What did He say do? Candle in the bushel in Proverbs 1. Okay. So you got to do it the way the Lord said do it, man. First He said, "Blessed is he that readeth." I think that was it. Yeah. All right. So yeah, man, this is a great opportunity, man, that's being presented to our people, but a lot of our people are still spiritually dead and sleep to the opportunity that's being presented to them, man, from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Okay, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 1 and 2. It says to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding. That's what you want to know. Verse 3, it says to receive the instruction.
No. 1 and 20. Yeah, 1 and 20.
Okay, sure.
That's right, man. Look how cold it is out here, right? See, IUIC, or some other people I know that say there ain't no fruit in Jacksonville, they won't come out in this damn cold. They'll say ain't nobody out there, but look, the Lord know how to send His people, man. It just happened that way, you know? You know, the Lord, the same way the Lord will drive you to teach, He'll drive others to hear. All right? He got everything set up perfect, man. We just got to trust Him, man, and move the way He say move. All right, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 1 and 20. It says, wisdom crieth without. She utter her voice in the streets.
So wisdom, if you have wisdom, you're going to cry out in the streets, crying out to the Lord and crying out for our people to wake up and repent. All right, and to turn back. Go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
Right, out in the chief place of concourse. In Jacksonville, kind of hard to find that. You know, this is concourse everywhere, but ain't no chief place. You got downtown, but nobody really hang out down there. You know, right now we're on the riverside. We set up different altars all over the city. Go ahead.
In the openings of the gates in the city, she uttered her words, saying, in the city, it says she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Right, that's right, man. So that's what we out here saying for the Lord. How long, ye simple ones, will you love this wickedness out here, man? This foolishness.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Right, they love this worldly wisdom, and they love to scorn and talk, you know, shit. Excuse my language. Right?
It says, and fools hate knowledge.
Right, fools hate the knowledge, man. That's why you got people like Lawatazar out there. You have to know who he is by now. Sayanetta. That's his name, Lawatazar. I'm gonna keep saying that till it become, you know, Lawatazar. That's the Hebrew word for scorner. All right, that's what Sayanetta is. And they hate the knowledge of the Lord. That's why they are destroyed. Go ahead.
Verse 23, it says, turn you at my reproof.
That's right. This is talking to us. He told us to turn.
Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
Right, so the Lord is going to pour out His spirit unto us. You know, not to them.
And it says, I will make
Anything say just so they ain't like who?
It says, I will make known my words unto you.
That's right, man. So we're thankful that the Lord is making known His words unto the people. All right, keep going. Oh, no, that's it on that. Precept. All right, brother.
It's the book of
Revelation 10 after this, and we'll finish it up.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1 and verse 20. Where's the wise? Where's the scribe? Where's the disputer of this world? Hath not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It pleased Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
That's right, man. So the Lord chose this. This is the way to be saved. Not the Black Panthers. Not Martin Luther King. They tried that. The Lord's showing you, like, you can try every path, and it's not gonna work. All right? You can try Nat Turner. Still didn't work.
Dollar.
Money.
Black Wall Street. They tried to do it through their knowledge of economics and stuff like that.
Right. Just like what's his name? They tried to infiltrate the entertainment. You know, Jake want to free themselves through entertainment.
Oh.
You know, they try to get the curses off him through money.
Yeah.
But look at what's her name? Candy? From SWV? No. Escape. Her son killed himself last night.
No, that was Regina King.
Regina King.
Huh.
Yeah. So they get that far, and you think they, you know, or Floyd Mayweather. He get that rich, billions of dollars, but he got a daughter that's dealing with NBA YoungBoy.
And facing life in prison.
Yes.
Stab fighting over NBA YoungBoy and stabbing a female. So he can't get his daughter out of that type of trouble with all the money he got.
Yep. Esau can.
But now look at Esau can. You know, they got the protection for the protection of the collection. But what's Kanye West? Billionaire right now. He ain't get out, but now look at him. The movie came out right when he went into that relationship as a warning. Get your ass out of that shit. And now he ain't get out. Now look. You know, billions of dollars. He going through what we go through, dealing with baby mother.
Baby mama drunk.
Look at Will Smith. His whole thing was becoming a billionaire so he can give his woman the world. And she left all of that. He's still taking videos like this, showing the world. And she left him for what she called a pretty face. Just threw it away.
If I may add on too, like, hey, me and a couple brothers where we work at, man, a lot of the rich Edomites out there, you know, hey, they depressed, they upset, you know, they say money buy happiness, but at the end of the day, shit, hey, this truth is what's going to get you the happiness, man. Hey, the truth is going to set you free, you know. So with that being said, hey, man, you want to look to the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, to receive that happiness, receive that token of what you want to call it of happiness.
The reason we ain't freezing into damn popsicles out here because we in the spirit. That joy getting me warmed up. I'm fucking hyped right now. Think about the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. Revelation 10.
It's back at the book of Revelations, chapter 10 and verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. Right. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey, but as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
There you go, man. Yep. So when you hear this word, you eat it, you eat the word, you consume the word, you like, wow, this about to happen, that? And then you go to tell somebody, and they looking at you crazy. It's because the Lord had blinded them, man. All right? Go ahead.
And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
Right, the same thing he told Daniel. So Daniel's back here again, and John the Revelator. They're back here again, and you think the Lord ain't gonna let them get their reward? Man, yeah, okay. All right. So yeah, man, that's World War I, World War II, and now I guess next time we'll go into Revelations 11, where it speaks about what? World War II. Let's get Revelation 11 and 11. You know what I mean? Just as a little clip, a little to be continued.
This is Revelations 11 and 11.
Right, so we went from 1914 to 1918, World War I, World War II, from 1939 all the way to 1945. Go ahead.
It's Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai entered into them.
Right. So think about that. The Lord's Spirit is entered you. So what did he say he's going to raise up in the last days? He said his Spirit going to raise up a standard against these heathens. So if his Spirit is dwelling in you, what does that mean? You're going to have spiritual power. You're going to be a vessel that the Lord going to use. When all hell break loose and the martial law troops is out here, no food, nowhere to go, and they knocking at your door and they got that in their hands saying, hey, you got to do it. You got to get, come with us. The Lord said at some point he going to raise up a standard, that he going to raise up that spirit. All right? So if that spirit is in you, you're going to be raised up in that day. Go ahead.
Go on.
He said he's going to deliver you in 6 troubles. And by the time the 7th trump hits, the missiles and the fire are not going to be able to harm you.
It says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right, man. Because we ain't going to need faith in the kingdom. That's going to be right now. All the faith, the trials of faith that we saw in the scriptures, all the spiritual power experiences that the prophets had, walking on water like Peter, teleporting like Philip, when he was talking to that Ethiopian eunuch. Ethiopian eunuch went under the water, came out, Philip disappeared. Getting bit by a snake and not dying, poison. I don't know about Tazariak, but yeah. The scripture say, who will pity a charmer that's bitten with a damn snake? You see that? Eating food and not dying in famine. So that's the type of power you want. What else can anybody offer? In that day I give you a tank. You can starve in that damn tank.
That tank gonna melt.
Yeah, that tank gonna melt. You gotta get out the tank eventually to give you this building. Ain't nothing nobody can offer you that'll save you in that time, man, from what the Lord got coming. All right? All right, go ahead, brother.
Verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
There you go. And that cloud is what Esau calls UFOs. All right, unidentified flying objects. We actually can identify them. All right, and this is how they look. The chariots are not. That's right, man. So those are called the clouds of heaven. That's how the Lord is going to show up. All right, that's Independence Day. That's going to be the independence for the elect of Israel. The true Independence Day.
Damn Juneteenth.
Yeah, damn a Juneteenth, man. All right. So yeah, man. Yep. So the Lord gonna say, come up hither, and the elect are gonna go up into the chariots in the cloud, man. But before that, they're gonna be down here kicking ass, running like Flash, jumping up like Spider-Man on top of damn buildings, walking on water in the midst of a flood, turning rocks into bread. That's the type of stuff the men of the Lord are going to do. The scripture say he's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. All right, a gold is a rarity. Something you can't find everywhere. All right, go ahead.
Verse 13. It says, in the same hour, verse 13 of Revelation 11. In the same hour was there a great earthquake.
Right, so is America going to be destroyed in 1 hour? They got built up 500 years by the slavery. It's going to be destroyed in 1 hour. All right?
And the 10th part of the city fell.
Right, 10th part. America's broken up into 10 FEMA zones. So that means all of America going to fall. All right, go ahead.
Quick interjection.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
This Revelations chapter 18 and verse 17. For in 1 hour, so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Oh, man. What city is like unto America right now on the earth? Nothing. Nothing is like America. Nothing has been like America since the 1920s. All right? What city, what country is like America with all the riches and resources, you know, and the, you know, everything that they bring over here, diamonds, gold, jewelry, food, you know, slaves. And all the entertainers, you always see them in the videos, basking in the glory of this place. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel like you're missing out on life. When the Lord has given us life, he said, I know your works and your poverty, but thou art rich, man. Wisdom is better than any, you know.
Precious ruby.
Thank you.
Gem.
Yep, or anything that a man could desire. All right, go ahead.
Revelation 11 and 13.
Yeah.
In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000.
Right, 7,000 just means an innumerable number. So it's like you ain't gonna be able to count it. But they're gonna be destroyed completely. All right, a complete number of innumerable people that's gonna be destroyed with the missiles. Okay, except for the elect. All right, so he said, "What? I shall not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. 2/3 gonna perish, but the 1/3 gonna be delivered." Go ahead, brother.
And the remnant were affrighted.
Right, that's the remnant. That's the 1/3. All right, the 144,000 and the 1/3 of the men, women, and children. You want your name to be in that number. You want to be in that number. All right.
And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the God of heaven.
Right, so it's gonna be some scary stuff, man. When we hear them explosions and see them missiles flying, we're seeing everything else happen. He said, I'm gonna turn back your captivity before your eyes. And he said, only with your eyes shall you see the destruction of the wicked. You talking about front row seats, you know?
And also,
yeah, that's a true VR.
And also, hey, just like
not VR, it's gonna be R. It's reality. This is gonna be reality. That's it.
The embassy that got hit in Baghdad, last week, man? Hey, you ain't gonna have people out there recording, man. It's gonna be too chaotic out here, man. Shit, hey, you ain't gonna be able to pull out no cell phone. Yeah, go, shit, pull out your heart or something, man. Cause hey, you ain't gonna want to see what's going on, man.
Right. Right, man. Bunch of people running around farting like baby ducklings, right?
Feeling them for fear.
Yeah, that too. They're gonna be scared as hell. That's right, man. There's gonna be a lot of gray hairs in that day. You see what happened when this lockdown happened? All the gray hairs started coming out. You see nothing but on social media. P. Diddy, Kevin Hart, all they see was this gray. Like, damn, now they stressed. You can't go on tour. You got Lauryn Hill and the Fugees canceling all the tours because they can't now.
Soulja Slim crying.
Yeah, Soulja Slim.
They had to do concerts in their house and shit.
Huh?
Yeah, do concerts in their house and shit.
Yeah, in their house.
Start doing versus battles.
Right, man. All right. Let's finish this up. That's right, man, because we showed World War I, World War II, now the Third War. Just briefly.
Verse 14 of Revelation 11. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
There you go, man. All right. So he said the earth, it was an earthquake, meaning the earth gonna shake to and fro. That's how ICBM missiles, man, they're gonna shake the earth. All right, and the bow of steel shall strike them through. You know, and that's just it, man. All right, so the second woe is past. Once the missiles hit, the third woe is coming quickly. And that type of war is going to be fought with what? Burning and fuel of fire. So it ain't going to take 4 years like in World War II. I mean, World War I. You know? It ain't going to take them few years like World War II. World War III is going to be done in a couple hours. 1 day, missiles. So it got to be a proxy build-up until that climax. Right? You're going to have proxy wars. You're going to have Russia. These are going to be wars and rumors of wars. See that? So the wars are going to happen around the world, but the climax when they hit this place, it's a wrap. All right, so with that, man, we're gonna end it and probably close up shop real quick. I really want to keep going, man.
Hey, could I add on to that?
Come on, brother.
Because even
anybody got precept?
Russia being the bear, meaning enough.
Yeah.
All right, because the brothers mentioned on how Russia advanced their technology, but they also got ancient technology from the Cold War.
That's right.
They were seen flying a ancient jet off the coast of California that could be flown if there was an EMP. All right, so they can operate without this modern technology, and they can still operate war.
Yep.
Hey,
you did some research on that too, right?
Just like the brother was saying, man. Hey, that technology is prone to EMPs, man. They got their old equipment washing up on shore, and they bringing it back to life, far as revamping it, modernizing it.
They never got rid of their old equipment. They still got two base tanks and two base aircraft that works off sonar. So if an EMP were hit, Russia could still go to war.
And then you got America over here that's still using floppy disks with their military, man.
Floppy disk, aka sloppy disk. You're looking sloppy. U.S. is looking very sloppy, man. U.S. stands for you sloppy. Go ahead, brother.
This is Joshua chapter 2, verse 10. It says, for we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did unto the two kings of the Amorites that were on the other side of Jordan, Sihon and Og, whom ye utterly destroyed. And as soon as we had heard these things, our hearts did melt, neither did there remain any more courage in any man because of you. For Yahweh, your power, he is power in heaven above and in earth beneath. So, bringing that out to say that once these things come to pass, all the courage and all the might and the pride of these people is going to fail. All right, because they understood the power of Yahweh, they understood the power of this reality, and that it was for our people.
And if I may add on, scripture say that confidence shall be rooted out of our tabernacle, man. Predominantly starting with Esau, then you got the 2/3 of our people as well that's falling up under the vibrations of Esau, man.
Right.
So guess what, man? That confidence is going to be taken out, man. Scripture say you of your father the devil, starting with Esau dealing with Cain, man, but also 2/3 of our people falling after the God of this world, man. So you feel like, this shit is going to continue on forever, so you're going about the ways of Esau, shit, you're going to be slapped with reality, man.
Right. The scripture say, the eyes that saw them shall see them no more. You're gonna be looking all over the earth for an Edomite. You ain't gonna be able to find one.
The Moabite, so-called Chinese, they be like, oh yeah, we saw how America was destroyed, and we saw how the chariots lifted your people up. Yeah, we know that you guys, y'all are the gods of the earth.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5.
Yep. Right, man. Precept? What was it? Yeah, one more.
This is Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is near.
That's right.
It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. So the day of the Lord is near, and that day is the day of judgment and destruction. Right. It's going to be nothing but bloodshed, and those who live in transgression of our people, according to Yahweh Shai, they're going to cry in that day. They're going to mourn in that day. And the Lord is going to leave them here to be melted, quite literally.
Right. So the Lord created the wasters, which are those missiles, and we're going to understand, Esau going to understand what wasteness is. All right, you got nuclear waste. Go figure. Ain't that something? So yeah, man, World War I, World War II, World War III was basically a snare that was set for these heathens, man, for the Lord's judgment day. All right, for them to advance from a simplified form of a sword, the gun, We're going to all the way to flying in planes, terrorizing people, tanks, and ultimately the missiles. All right, which is going to lead to their own demise, man, and ultimately the salvation of Israel. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we're going to end it there, and hopefully we'll edify. So we're going to say Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amah. All right, double honor to the elder apostles of JMS, and shalom to you, Akim, and Nagwatim, and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth, you know? So that's what we come out here for, man. For brothers like this, you know? So with that, we're going to say shalom.
Shalom. Keep pushing. DTA.
Shalom.
Hey, what y'all doing?